Okay, we should be live. Let's go in and let me try opening us up. Okay, now we are live here on Let's Play Scrabble. Let's see if I can figure out how to promote the broadcast while we're on here. Because right now, go ahead.
I didn't quite get the answer right. Should we draw her first, or should I just go first?
Just whatever you guys want to do. We're playing casual games, so it's totally fine.
But I mean, it's my name's already on the left. So does that mean I'm
No, that's just about where you're sitting. That's it.
Okay. Great.
All right.
Oh, do they need the clock on a certain side then?
Nope. The clock and seating positions are already set, so it's like left and right from the position that I was seated at. And
so we'll just see which clock starts first and if the person was playing.
That's right. Exactly.
But we won't know.
No, we'll
until they play first.
Yeah, but the clock will start, right?
Oh, then we'll know.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. So then we'll determine. So we'll wait for Brian to get out here. But in the meantime, just in case anybody is watching, we are on letsplayscrabble.com. I am going to try sending this to the NASPA channel. Actually, I want to make sure that it's up and running. YouTube. So this is live. Just in case anybody. It's definitely working. Okay, that's good. So we're playing casual games here after the Albany New Year's Scrabble tournament. And I am Josh Greenway. I'm joined by my co-commentator. Oh my God.
Christopher Sykes.
Yes, thank you. I don't know what is wrong with me. Chris Sykes and Brian Garnett will also be joining us in just a second. And we are going to get started. We've got Chris Kulig and Annette Oberstad playing a casual game. And right now, we have about a grand total of one person watching, but I'm going to try to promote the broadcast from here. So I think what we can do is have them start. I'll have you guys take a look at the first play and talk about the first play. And I will put a link into the NASPA Facebook page and just say after hours New Year's and try to get a couple people watching, okay?
Yeah. And share that link with maybe I'll send it out.
Yeah, that sounds good. So here, I will share it with you right now.
Facebook.
Yes. Let me just. Oh, hold on. I'll get the actual link, not just the channel link.
Are we live right now?
We are live
Nice.
right now.
Can I be heard from over here?
You can probably be heard, but probably we should switch sides because I'll be able to be heard from down the hall.
That's true.
That's true. Okay, we've got a couple of people watching this now. Where the hell do I find the link to share the channel? Okay. Share. I'm going to share the channel with you and then see if you can find the broadcast, right? Just because I'm having trouble navigating. But once I'm on the PC, I'll be fine. Okay. Are we Facebook friends? Gee, there we go. Okay, let's see what this link gives us. Oh, this might be the actual broadcast. See if that's the broadcast. Yeah, that's the broadcast. I think. Hit play. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to get the game started. We're going to see Chris and Annette in just a second, everybody. Brian, change seats with me. I will promote it on Facebook, and then we'll be off the ring.
Hello, Chris.
Oh, Brian.
Oh, I'm here. I'm just going to take a second to send this link out to some people. If I can figure out how to copy this link without opening it again, maybe that's impossible. All right, I'll just hit this share button, I suppose. Copy. Text that to all three of my friends.
Well, take you We're not going to see the scores. Is that not set up?
I don't know. I guess
Sue was talking about scoring
We can-
ourselves.
we can attempt to do that. We've had some practice lately. Usually about half of my time is spent counting up the score and tracking. A little higher than the average Scrabble player.
Maybe we could split duties. I can score if you can track.
Okay. Dead air, as Frank Reynolds would say.
And
All right. Oh, we've got some
We have
tiles
a
on Chris's
dodgy
rack.
rack. And it is Chris's turn.
So what would you be thinking here? Gorked?
I would be wondering if, well, Grok,
Uh-huh.
just keeping the DED seems like it'd be the best lead I could manage. If you just want to get rid of more tiles, the Dodger.
So my word knowledge is obviously much weaker than yours. I was about to ask if there was any thought about it hitting a double with a K, but it looks like there's not.
It didn't look possible.
Yeah. Dork.
Okay. Do we have a first play?
We have Dork.
We do. We have
Yes, Dork.
Nice.
Dork
Do
on
we
the
have a
board.
score on that play?
A Dewey.
18.
I agree.
18. Very good. I like it. So that was Chris. Is up 18 zip.
So leaving a nice hook on Dork there, which Annette does have.
What is the hook?
The Dorky hook.
With a Y?
With
Is that
a
what you're
Y,
saying?
yes.
Okay. Very nice.
She has a nice RE, which would be part of a good leave.
So while Annette is deciding on what to play, oh, here it is. There's the Y hook.
Yep. Very good play.
Sure.
It's kept a good vowel constant ratio.
Agreed.
4, 5, 7, 14, 18,
Bingo.
22, 27.
Nice. Look at that. We are math active. Who needs Quackle for this action?
Very nice letters to keep as well.
Yes.
So we're playing after hours games here after the Albany Scrabble tournament Albany New Year's Scrabble tournament that everybody took part in, including Chris and Annette and my co-commentators, Chris Sykes and Brian Garnett. How did you guys do in the tournament?
I did okay.
I was middle in it for the main event and poorly in the early bird.
I see. Very good. Well, and so what are we doing here? We're staying an extra night after the tournament. That's pretty unusual.
I wanted to party. I thought
Nice.
I assumed all Scrabblers were partiers.
Exactly. Well, I think this is the party, is doing after hours games.
That's what I came for. I would not want to be doing anything else.
Chris is sitting on a bingo here. It's, I had to go check it out, but apparently herbage does take a D.
Herbage. Wow. Herbaged.
Yes, herbaged. It's her bag, Ed.
What do you think the chances of this coming down are?
Right now, because she's putting
Yeah,
something else
very
down,
low.
very slim.
Hedger.
12, 34, 21.
21. I
For
love it.
39 total.
39. Right. I should update that. Okay. It's 39-27.
Annette
what's
has
Annette
got
looking
a few more vowels than she would like. There's some nice vowel dumps like NAOI, which would make sense in a position like this.
Chris has.
What about like Oleo?
Ice Bat?
Yeah.
Nice
Leo under the hedger would fit nice as well.
Oh, yes, fair enough.
With the EO. NAO
Oh, with the
I
EO.
keeps the E, which maybe, I don't know if it's worth the fewer points, but
Yeah, I think I'd be very reluctant to give up that E, although it is really early. But I'm interested to know what you guys think.
well,
It's hard for me to. imagine the leave in my head. Okay, so she's arranging to form oleo with an I. That
Could go under the H and
Yeah.
under the H,
you're right, and
but a better leave.
yeah. So would you agree? Keeping the E over the I would be about a 4-point difference in expected, what we call equity.
A and E's are probably one of our best leaves. If you want the absolute best leave, just fish off double O. It's like O,
True.
creating a bingo line.
We're getting some action in the comments on YouTube. Someone named Caleb Denby says no dorks allowed, and also says
So-
Brian got second in his section. We call them divisions, and he's a hero. How about that? So Caleb is a
Alright.
fan. Do you know Caleb, Brian?
Yes, I do, and you know Caleb because he joined us in New Orleans a year ago.
Oh, of course,
Well,
Caleb.
the
Yes,
chess,
absolutely.
the chess master. Yes.
18,
Hello to Caleb.
18
Is
for
Caleb
oil.
going to be in New Orleans this year?
Caleb, do you want to take that? If you're still watching. And-
I still want to come to St. Louis. Oh, my
Oh
gosh.
yes, we'd love to have you. Yeah. By the way, thank you, Caleb, for correcting me when I said I did okay at the tournament. I was hoping one of these guys would,
Yeah,
would jump
hilarious.
in there.
How do we do on oil? Did we get a score on oil?
Yes, that was 18.
Okay,
And
thank you.
it was a very
So,
nice find of
fine.
Ephebic going down.
What's the play?
Ephebic.
Wow.
86.
That
Josh,
is pretty good.
Josh, is it safe to say this is what separates us from Division I players?
Are you talking about the finding of the word or the adding up the
Knowing
points?
that
Because
word.
I'm just going to say both.
Okay.
Yeah. I didn't see it. It's very-
Ephebic. Anyone have a guess as to what that means?
Why are we talking about meaning?
attaining to a phoebe.
This is a word game. Why are we talking about the meanings of the words?
Caleb says it's unlikely for New Orleans, but he says not impossible. So,
Oh.
Caleb, we would love to see you there. All right. What is Annette looking at?
And
Her
Phoebus
rack
is,
has. Oh, please go ahead.
And Phoebus is a young man of ancient Greece, so Phoebus would be pertaining to. And if he,
A young man of ancient Greece.
I also want to mention that Caleb Denby not only is a chess master, but like me, he is a top 10 NASPA player in the state of Missouri.
Oh, fantastic. That
After
is
just
nice.
one tournament.
Nice work.
this is a somewhat clunky rack. We can get rid of a lot of these by going parallel to Ephebic from the top row.
What are you
there.
looking at? Something like, I think I'd be looking for AEON or something like that
Yeah.
to try to clean up this rack. But what do you see, Chris?
Well, let's just go, and it has it spelled out on a rack there, Genoa. Just hooks next to Ephebic quite nicely. He's a decent.
Oh,
enough
yeah.
lead.
I like it.
Hmm.
What do you think, Brian? What do you think of the play?
It looks very nice hitting the G on the double and hitting the double word and getting double on the OP as well. Looks like did you add up that score already? Looks,
No,
don't do unnecessary adding.
An,
Okay.
an alternative
Until it
is,
actually gets down.
if I were playing, I would just say that looks like points. That looks
Yeah,
like
yeah,
some points.
it definitely looks like points.
apogee is another option to keep a consonant.
She's doing it. Yeah.
Here it is.
It's
27.
from experience. It's surprisingly hard to see the overlaps when a blank is there. You tend to it's harder to visualize. When you're not seeing that letter on the board.
Right, it's like the same phenomenon of, well, it's similar to trying to bingo with two blanks,
So, yeah.
which should be easier, but isn't always.
So here, obviously, Chris has got something very
Yes.
clunky, so he could just play gravy for some points, and you might be exchanging the next turn, but gravy itself will be worth playing anyway.
Is Arvo valid?
Arvo is valid.
Okay. maybe I'll get on the Ulu.
Yes, good
to
idea.
find,
We get to use whatever tools here. I
So-
like that Caleb was following along with the tournament. He's probably doing that at letsplayscrabble.com/standings.
Yeah.
Were you getting updates from Caleb through the weekend, or is this the first you've heard from Caleb?
Oh no, I've been texting him
Good.
the
great.
results as I was doing quite well in the tournament,
Nice.
especially before today. But
Yeah, Harry Chan really buttered your bread.
yes, he just refused to lose games. It was rather annoying.
Hey, but there wasn't
Alright.
all that much difference in the prize money. It was like 500 to 400. It was
Sure.
really not much of a
I-
drop off, but prestige-wise, I can understand.
I just, I coming in today, I had a shot at first. I went 2-2, but against some tough opponents. But I'm just reminding myself of what I was thinking before coming here, and it was not expecting to do as well as I did. So I'm very happy with the results.
Very good. Okay, what did Gravy score?
So Gravy was 36,
Okay.
161, and
you.
then QI came down for 21.
Okay, so that's 161.93. Let's go ahead
Yeah,
and update
so-
those scores.
Right in this position, you'd be looking at the third column going down, trying for some overlap plays. The rack is not conducive to anything.
Now, what has a net drawn into a bingo? It looks like there's got to be a bingo in there, right? Although maybe the two S's.
I think you need an
ERS.
8 there.
SARS,
But
Okay.
you do have an 8 from the E.
so SARSnet is good. SARSNET.
Net.
But it's,
Okay.
Very good.
I know because actually I learned a stern stem, those 6 letters. That's a very good bingo stem, and I learned that pretty well. And in this tournament, actually, one of my opponents phoned Santers, and I knew to challenge that off right away.
Nice. Do you want to tell the people what? I'm sure the people watching know what a bingo stem is, but give us your brief description of a bingo stem.
Okay, so some examples of bingo stems are, like I said,
25.
Go ahead.
ASTERN. It's a very good group of letters. It's a nice mix of vowels and consonants with no duplicates. There are a lot of letters you can add to that to form a 7-letter word, a bingo. And then, of course,
Does she see it? She sees it.
Sees it.
Of course, she sees it. This is a net.
This is child's play. There it is. Boom. That is a catch-up play, I believe. Let's see if we can get the score on that.
Okay.
I really like having Chris here.
74.
74.
So the top bingo stems would be
So 167. Do you have it at
Yeah.
196, 167?
186.
186. Okay, thank you.
the top bingo stems would be TISANE, as well as retina and satire are 3 of the top bingo stems. Though, if you add a letter to one of those stems, you can get over or like around 60 words each.
Nice.
So it's very helpful. Like I said, like when I see those 6 letters on my rec, I know that I should have a bingo or not, depending on what letter is added to it. So very often I say to myself, oh, is there anything here? Then I say, oh, I have retina plus this letter. So I know that there's a bingo there. Now let me just see if I can remember or anagram.
Nice. I want to say a quick hello to Orchid Wave, who is in our comments saying, by the way, he's I don't know if it's he or she, to be perfectly honest. Orchid Wave, I don't know who you are, but you're giving us some interesting information. They say, by the way, that's the first appearance of a Phoebic I've seen after sampling over 1.3 million 7 and 8s played in tourneys, clubs, and online. and then says that would be the 147th appearance of SARSnet. So talking about the relative probability.
Yeah,
of
right,
those.
right.
Whoa, go ahead, Chris. What do you see in there?
Wait,
Whoa! Does
30
anyone know how to
38.
pronounce that word?
38 for pomatum.
How much, sorry?
38.
38. Oh, it's through it's
It's a
Oh, it's a 7.
It's,
Okay, 38. So that puts us
non-bingo, but a very nice rack
224.
clearing. There's some pretty awkward letters there.
Wow, that was impressive.
Yes.
So Josh, you were mentioning how some words have a relative higher probability of being played. So certain combinations of letters are, more likely to be drawn than others because there are, for instance, there are 12 E's, there are 6 R's, whereas there's only 1 K, et cetera, et cetera. What's this?
So I think Annette is not confident of Pomatum taking an S, otherwise she would have played that on the triple.
Is dialist good?
Yes.
I do not know dialist. Okay.
So
1 or 2 L's.
So this would be an example
One or two. Okay.
of a
Go ahead.
relatively high probability word. I imagine that's why Chris knows it.
Yes.
Many players study.
Considering the other words he played. Yeah.
Yeah, many players study memorize
7 to
words
7.
according to the probability of these words being drawn, starting from 1 to 100 and then continuing. Then that's how I study. I know that Annette actually doesn't study this way. She just plays a ton of games and then just writes down words that she's never seen before and then puts them on flashcards.
Interesting.
But the thing about that is
I got the scores wrong there. I'm fixing it.
So Chris has a wonderful comeback
Are we
play
tied
here.
at 224?
There's a nice bingo down the
No.
right
She just
column
went to 244, I think.
with renewal.
Sorry, Chris. Give me that again.
He's
I
got
missed it.
renewal making PEOWMEAL,
Wow.
which I hope he finds.
Is this, Chris, am I up to speed on scores? Do you have the
Yes,
same
I
score?
have the same
Okay,
score.
very good. Thank you.
So I don't know Chris Kulig very well, but I have picked up that he plays a ton of Boggle, so I imagine that must help with his word knowledge a lot. So
I noticed that he's not moving tiles on the rack.
He seems to have moved them into an unusual position, but he said he likes to see the letters in groups,
that's what he
Okay.
did say at lunch today.
not alphabetized.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just mean I'm not seeing him shuffle. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, not everybody does shuffle, and it's interesting. People shuffle at different times, which can tell you a little bit about what's going on with them.
Sure. Also, sometimes Chris, back me up on this if this is true or not. But in my mind, I feel like sometimes when you shuffle your rack a lot, you give some information to your opponent that you must have like a good group of letters and possibly a blank. And when you see your opponent shuffling their tiles, mixing them up a lot, you think that they're probably looking for a bingo, right? And so
Yeah, but you can
and
infer
sometimes
the
you-
same just for them taking a long time.
For sure.
I'm
That's
pretty
true.
bad
There
at
are
it.
all sorts of tells, right? So he hits renewal. I don't think any of us had any doubts that he was going to find renewal,
Sure.
given some of the plays. I want to say a quick hi to Steve Grob, who's asking,
103.
what are we watching? 103, thank you. So that's going to put Chris up to 327. We've really got a high-scoring game on our hands. Steve, I just want to let you know that we are playing some after-hours games following the Albany New Year's tournament. Noah Slatkoff tuned in, and he saw renewal for over 100 before it came down.
that's fine.
Yeah, absolutely. So now Annette needs to respond, and it is looking like a tough go based on that rack. Are we
Yeah.
looking at
It's
Finch?
actually,
Who
well,
likes Finch? Go ahead.
You have a choice between Finch and Flinch because he got 7 consonants. You might consider Flinch, but you're giving up a lot of points.
Yes.
I don't think I go Flinch here, but
Yeah.
I'm interested to know what you guys would do.
I agree with you, Josh. That's a lot of points.
a lot of points to give up.
She's doing it, yeah.
He's kind of behind.
Now, Steve has a counterpoint to the shuffling point that we were talking about. Steve says, if you always shuffle your tiles, there are no tells.
True. Exactly.
But isn't always shuffling telling something, Brian? What do you think? Is there any metagame there?
I
42.
Thank you.
I would say is right if you're always acting the exact same way on every turn, then you can't possibly be giving any information. But you can't help but like Chris said, you can't help but take longer on some turns, and that's just a tell itself. By the way, Josh, do you want to try to get on camera? Could we reposition? What do you think?
We're not. No, we're not on camera right now.
Oh,
I know
okay.
it shows that.
Oh,
but
I see.
That's just the interface that we're using. We are audio only.
I see.
All right.
Okay.
Otherwise, I would want lighting and the whole
Okay.
thing.
Okay. So I'll stop making funny faces.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, Orchid Wave would have liked Filch over Finch, keeping the N over the L. What do you guys
agree.
think?
I agree.
Yes,
Yeah.
N is.
Okay, we like that, Orchid Wave.
I don't know. They have about similar. They have very similar equity, but since N is a higher probability letter, you probably tend to know more words with it than you would with L.
Yeah. I mean, that's interesting when you say compare equity to just I mean, it just feels like N is a better letter.
Yeah, exactly. So a lot of times with equity, I just kind of go by feel. Like I just feel like this is a good combination, or I like this letter a little bit more. I like these two letters together a bit more.
You can look at how many of that tile is left in the bag, and if there's a lot of them, you probably want to play it so you don't end up with a whole bunch of the same tile.
Has anybody been tracking? I think
We are not tracking. We're not tracking.
Yeah.
But now Chris has separated his tiles into 3 and 4. He's also drawn a blank. Chris, any insight into what you think he's up to?
I think he's looking at what his best leave is. He's probably looking at the D on that first column. He is ahead, so he'd probably want to block that. It's an easy comeback spot. You can't really do much about the S for confirmatum, which Annette already didn't play when it would have been better.
Yes.
So maybe he's choosing between teed and tied down from the triple there. To the D and dial list.
I see. Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, so what Chris is saying is that Chris is has a bit of a lead here, so he'd want to kind of protect that by closing down a possible wave, what we call a bingo lane, a space where Annette could put down all of her tiles for a 50-point bonus. So that was a very nice bingo lane that's now
Gone.
Completely gone.
But, I mean, well, Annette, I can't imagine, has a bingo here.
I very much doubt it. She has a 6 with Judy's.
I'll check.
Yes, Judy's.
If she plays it
but
with...
that's not going to help on the whatever that word link is.
Is what I have put in.
There's a distinct lack of opportunity in this particular situation.
Right. So does anybody have a thought for what would work for Annette here? She's got to score something. And I would think she's going to move the J.
I would think if she feels like she has no choice, she would try to put the S onto automatons, even if she's not sure.
I totally agree there.
Unfortunately,
but that doesn't help you move the J, right? Unless I'm missing something.
I was going to say it's unfortunate she doesn't have a T for jest.
Yeah, right.
She's in a bit of a bind here. Yeah, it's a very awkward rack. She does have Jow, but it's just getting rid of the J and hoping maybe you can play, like if you pick a T for dualist and formatums, and that's a real unlikely to succeed fish.
Can we figure out how many T's are on the board?
So J there, just wanted to mention that's 21 points. The Jow play. Yeah. And that's, yeah.
Oh, Noah says, which Chris are we hearing on the commentary?
Sykes.
Yes, of course. I know that by Christopher Sykes. Yes.
Come on, John.
I know. I just thought we would set up.
I'm just
thought it would set up. Chris, you're the highest rated of all of us here, including the players, right? Where do you compare
Brian's
to
finding all the good plays.
No, SARS not just all I saw.
Steve says, I guess he's now talking with the Orchid Wave about talking about bingo tracking over lots of different games. So Yeah, they're just talking about lots of people track different stats in different ways. So what do you guys do?
I
Oh,
was just moving the thing
okay, gotcha.
on the screen.
Do you guys keep your score sheets?
Oh, I do. I don't necessarily look at them a lot later, but I have them all. I was for this tournament. I was trying my best to keep track of all the racks I had on every play, so that uh, later on, if I want to, I can
24.
maybe put that into the Quackle program and see how I play.
Right, evaluate.
Yes.
What do you think of that play, Chris?
I don't like it. Just dropping Jiao is 21. You keep the S. It's
Yeah.
only 3 fewer points. It's not really much of a bingo line to hook.
Even though it's
PE.
a decent leave, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And again, she's
Oh, and she
showing
did get
that she doesn't
T.
really like pomatums.
Right.
So-
Do we have any idea what that word means?
to get on that, Chris. As I mentioned, that Chris Kulik has a pretty obvious play here, unless I'm missing something better. But he could drop that X.
A perfumed hairdressing. Okay.
He could drop that X on the bottom right to form X and XU. Oh, interesting.
There you go.
So he's making it harder.
It's actually creating a bingo line.
Yeah.
Right.
I think he hasn't inferred that she doesn't like pomatums.
Interesting.
So 33 points there.
Yeah.
That's going to put him up 379, 310.
Yeah. I'm not too keen on that. I think the EX idea was better.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
Maybe he missed it because of the blank. Hard to believe.
What do you mean?
Well, isn't this where you're?
Oh,
is it-
I'm sorry. I was talking about the X on the bottom
Oh,
right.
oh,
there.
sorry,
Under-
sorry.
Double-
I don't know
double word
why I'm
going both
thinking
ways.
A.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean,
HE is good. That's obviously not good.
Yeah.
All right. No. I understand what you guys are
Yeah,
saying.
yeah. So, as Chris mentioned, this does create a bingo lane. I was just going to mention maybe he was afraid of an eventual Pomatum's hook with an S. Is there an S left that could be drawn?
Still, all the S's are gone.
No S's. So that
And
is
he's got the blank.
He's got the last blank.
true. So that's an
Things
interesting.
are looking like in trouble for Annette. I what I'm really wondering at this point is pomatum. Do you think that? I wonder if that's a root word for pomade. Does anyone know what pomade is?
Oh, isn't that something you put in your hair?
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't
Hey,
know.
we've got Billy.
Actually, pomade.
Hey, Billy.
Pomade is to apply a pomatum.
Lovely.
of course.
Lovely.
And because
I like it. And it's good. So pomade is good. And with a D and ING. Wow.
So yeah, Chris said the definition is a verb to apply the hair product, because in Scrabble dictionaries they tend to put in a definition that gives you as many extensions as possible, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
Like when you know it's a verb, that means you can form an ing word or ed at
15
the
points.
end.
Yeah. I think maybe Annette played that because of her uncertainty of pomatums, so she wanted to block it in case he played it,
Wow.
but she didn't want to play it herself.
That doesn't.
It's also getting rid of some clonk
It is, yeah.
for some points.
It's keeping the T bingo line open at the bottom.
Yeah.
I want to say a
Well-
quick shout out to Billy Nakamura, who is tuned in,
Hi, Binac.
saying what's going on here. Is this just an after hours game?
Mhm.
Yes, Billy. We're just we're having some fun here after the Albany New Year's Scrabble tournament. We're going to see Billy in New Orleans in just a couple of weeks.
Can't wait.
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah. So
Steve Grob wants to know, is showing the tile pool an option? No, this broadcast, you're going to have to do your own tile tracking. All right, everybody? I hope you have your score sheets.
35.
it's remarkable that this was even set up to look this nice. I'm really impressed that Josh Greenway just set this up on the spot. Just had a thought to do this about an hour ago and made it happen.
I think in theory, if I hadn't gotten what I suspect now is food poisoning in the middle of the tournament, that we might have been able to broadcast the last bunch of games, which would have been really nice. But it's also anything you want to do there is super concerning because you don't want to change the playing experience,
Exactly.
especially for top boards, right when people are not expecting it.
Sure.
So you want to be like on top of your game if you're gonna do that. Steve Grubb says he can't even tile track his own games. Never mind.
Yes, I'm with him there. So it's the Nets' turn.
Yeah, she's behind a lot of points, well through the game.
Right. So if this were a tournament game, she would just be kind of giving up on the game and just wanting to score points for spread. Is that right?
Oh,
Or is
like
there still
protect
I think
spread a
there's
bit?
still a little bit of hope.
Oh,
with,
yes, that last bingo.
the lines
range
to
on
the
there.
R in renewal, basically, or for under the Y
That's-
in gravy, going across.
Okay.
There's a couple of, and there's still the T line at the
Yes,
bottom.
yeah. The two.
I was wondering about Clog, just to leave Diet, Clog from the C and Finch. Diet, just hoping
Okay.
it
Yes.
works out to something.
Yeah, I like it. So that would be 14 points, right?
Yeah. I mean, you should get more points for Ogled and ER and DE.
But that
on
would,
the-
of course, be blocking the bingo lane you mentioned ending at the R and also coming from the Y.
Yeah.
So that would be.
it's
And then
creating,
presumably Chris would close the other
yeah,
lane if
it's
that
cre-
happened, right?
it's creating lines to play Ogled, so like she might draw to an ING bingo, and there's still the line at the bottom, so she might
It's creating
play
lines, yes.
Ogled because she needs the points as well because she's so far behind.
Yes,
she needs
that's,
a bingo plus scoring well. She
Yeah.
can't afford to lose too many points on fishing.
Hey, I appreciate we got a couple of new subscribers since we've been streaming here, so thanks very much. I noticed. I also want to say thank you to YouTube. YouTube has this feature that makes it so that if you want to comment, you have to become a subscriber. So that seems to be working really nicely. But thank you for those who like and subscribe. We're having some fun here after hours. Gosh, I'm trying to figure out how to share the link here.
She does not have god tiles.
yes.
The tile god is against her.
Yes.
So, okay, let me ask you guys.
She's-
When you're in a tournament and you're in this kind of situation where it essentially feels like a no-win, I know Chris suggested that there's some comeback.
As a
What are you
net
trying
playing
to do
scout,
to like manage emotions, or is it an emotional thing for you at that point? Is it an energy thing? Like, what's going through your head? How many points was
It's
it?
best to limit your emotions during play if you can manage that. It doesn't help you think. So I find having patience for your luck to turn around, even within a game, as well as across the whole tournament, can help your attitude to see the opportunity when it arises.
So think about the long game is what you're suggesting.
Yeah,
And just before we get Brian's answer, Chris, what do you have the score at with
I
the?
have 4-1-4 to 3-4-3.
Okay, thank
So
you.
that was 18.
Very good, Brian. What are you thinking in a situation like this?
Well, I've only been playing Scrabble tournaments for about a year now, but before that, I've played quite a
Oh
few.
yes, right.
I played quite a few chess tournaments, and when you're in a hopeless position in a chess game, it is just not fun at all. But what I like about Scrabble is even if you're in a hopeless position, you can still try to find good plays. You can find great plays and to score points or make things difficult for your opponent. Whereas it's harder to have that kind of fun in a chess game when you're just getting crushed and you have no hope of winning. The chess is a lot less forgiving in that way.
Yeah.
So
You
that's
can knock your king down in chess. And
Yeah.
you can resign.
true. In Scrabble, you
Scrabble,
can't.
you have to put up with torture until it's
Yes.
over.
But like I said, I try to just enjoy the game and find good plays, even if there's no hope.
Billy Nakamura is suggesting that Annette join Resign Game.
Yes. So
She did set up non-title, so she did use that G to set up an ING potential. Chris doesn't know, like he's probably more interested in blocking the ING line than he is the T line at the bottom, because ING would score more.
We've got some questions. Orchid Wave says, "Did Annette miss Tile God?" But
yeah. Nice.
and then also asking, "Is Kazik with the blank to an E worth it?" Is that on the down here,
Oh,
row 13?
With that kind of score, it probably is. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, look where we are, right?
Yeah.
Plus, it's a little bit of a, is that a content play? Does that count as a content play? I don't know. Not sure.
I'm still not.
Hey, Mr. Sokol has joined us.
Hello, Josh.
Hey, Josh, how's it going? We are on live here on the Let's Play Scrabble YouTube channel. We are doing after hours games following the Albany New Year's Scrabble tournament. He is at the border, so he's got to keep it muted for the guards.
Oh, what are you doing there?
Okay, sorry,
So
Chris.
Scrabble's-
I'm not doing a good job of keeping up with the score. What did we get to?
Yeah, you got 39, so that's 4, 5, 3.
53. Is
That's
that right? Hold on.
Yeah.
It'll update.
so. Yeah, Annette is not happy to see Zach's play for 39 points,
Yes.
and also
Okay.
making it difficult to form a bingo on the
Yeah.
bottom. So her only hope, well, that if there's still an A out there, there's maybe some hope, but other than that, there's just the top right ending in G or going under the Y at the top.
Yeah. If Kazik were played, non-title would have been a bingo out, grabbing some points off Chris's rack. But I think I have to do the math. But
So when he
Yeah,
says
she would need Zoe to be good for that to play,
Hmm.
obviously. Do you think non-title, is that in Annette's range?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
I think Zach's was a better play than Kazik, I would say.
But that being interesting that came into such play. Like that came down that way. If he had gone Kazik, then non-title goes down, right?
Yeah.
So Annette would probably have seen non-title. If not, she would see the NON prefix and then find the word from there. So
Right.
what you tend to do is look for common prefixes and suffixes when looking for bingos. I was trying to remember what I wanted to mention. So Chris mentioned that if Annette were able to bingo out, she would grab points off of Chris's rack. And what he means by that is when you play off all your tiles, what you get to add to your score is the sum of your opponent's tiles times 2.
14.
Okay, so game's over.
57.
Annette wants to hit the resign button, but
Just gonna play it out.
yeah.
That's the way this works. Steve Grubb says, "Come on, chatters, smash that like button." All right, and so does Chris have anything interesting to play out here, or is he just gonna make
The
a?
game's
out,
pretty much
no.
over. I would nothing for an outplay, just whiff or something like that. FA
Under the ON.
under the EB or Phoenix.
Oh yeah, right.
That's hard to see because we have a little bit of a glare, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
Josh, I also saw the same thing under ON. Didn't notice the triple letter.
So we are going to play, just so everybody knows, as we come to the end of this game, we're going to play another game, and I'm not sure who our players are going to be. It may be the two of you playing against each other.
That would be
cool.
that would be interesting because somehow we haven't played each other yet.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in the top division, and I'm in the for now the bottom division. But so we would never play in tournaments, but we've been hanging out a lot off hours. But somehow we haven't had a casual game between us.
That sounds like a good matchup
Yeah.
to me. And then we'll have the one and only Annette Oberstad coming on for commentary.
Um,
And of course, I will stick around. And then the score tracking will become very difficult. But we'll see how we manage. But we appreciate everybody for tuning in. If you're enjoying this after hours coverage of the Albany New Year's Scrabble tournament, if you can like the video, subscribe to the channel, that would be awesome.
Please take it easy on me. Remind Annette to take it easy on me. Tell her I did not insult her in any way during this podcast.
There it is. There's
30.
FA. How much strength?
30.
Okay, look at that. 483. Cruising in on 500. What's everybody? We've talked about New Orleans. Chris, what do you think I don't think you're signed up for New Orleans. Is that right?
No.
What do you think your next tournament will be?
Probably Niagara in May.
Okay.
And probably Kingston.
We would love to see you in Kingston.
When is Kingston?
February. It's coming
February.
up in February.
Oh, okay.
In just 6 weeks.
Oh, wow. I better get onto that. And Vegas is what I'm thinking about too.
Got it. Okay, so Net went out with, what did she go out with?
11 for EL.
All right, so that is going to wrap that. Everybody, we're going to get reset. Let's just get the final score.
I think she got 6 for
registered.
374.
Oh, yeah, good call.
Oh, and can we see or do we remember the titles that's Chris
I
had?
think it was EIU blank.
Of course, the audience can see it, but on our screen here, it's a little blocked by some icons.
Yeah, there's some things we can do we can change the browser, but I think we're getting along okay.
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's your problem now.
Yeah, right. So why don't I guess they're talking through plays, right? They're
yes.
doing a post game.
Yeah.
Why don't you guys explain what that is, and then I'll tell them what the plan is.
You if you have a nice game of Scrabble, you often chat with your opponent a little bit afterwards to talk about what you were thinking about, what racks you had, because they don't have that information. This practice is also done in chess as well.
It wasn't an outplay.
Oh, it wasn't an outplay. What?
It wasn't.
What
Played
happened?
FA. It wasn't an outplay.
Okay.
So that's why she's putting down the A for a tone. I think she's actually playing it.
Okay.
It's on its time now. So she got.
Why are
She
tiles
got 8 points
down on the board?
Wait. No, wait. What am I talking about? Oh,
Maybe they're still doing a
she-
post game and they're asking if atoning is good. Is that right?
She went out with EL. That was her out.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're just discussing, and maybe she was asking, is atoning a word?
Okay.
Yeah.
Where did she steal the A from?
I don't know. So unfortunately, when you have a nice game of Scrabble and you want to excitedly talk about it with your opponent afterwards, you tend to bother the people next to you who may be still playing their game, and if they are, they're probably low on time and don't want the distractions.
Yeah.
All right, so let's see what the chat is saying. They're talking about, okay,
Yeah.
courtesy draws, et cetera, et cetera. Anyway, some people are coming out now. We're making a switch.
Okay, guys. So we're gonna have. I'm gonna sit here. You guys are gonna sit in front of the computer there. Brian. Brian was very polite.
What's that?
Which seat are you gonna sit?
Yeah.
Let's have you, just because I need to update it. So let's have you sit in the seat that
It's not worth risking.
Annette was in.
Okay.
And that where
Well,
she was.
yeah, you remember
No,
where
not
she was
really. I
sitting,
just wanted to
right?
play off some letters and score points.
She didn't change seats.
Because I didn't want to take any of the wings out. Yeah, that worked out well because there were 2 ends in the bag and it hit my eye to try and die.
Okay.
Scores don't agree, but they're pretty close. got me up 4 from.
All right,
Where
we
I am
listen.
myself.
We did our best. All right.
That's all right.
So we're gonna. No, don't worry. It's all good. So I want to let everybody know what is happening here. I am resetting the scores and resetting the players. We are going to see Chris Sykes play Brian Garnett now, and I am joined by the
Hello.
one and only Annette Oberstadt, and Chris Coolig is going to be helping us as well, at least with some scoring.
Yeah.
So those scores should reset. There we go. The clocks are reset. I think we're ready to go.
Yep.
Everybody,
Ready to
you are, let's see here.
Hi, everybody.
Oh, we've got Caleb from St. Louis saying, good luck, Brian.
Nice.
Steve Grob giving some props on the commentary, which
Josh
is
is in the chat
fantastic.
too.
Yes, Josh just
Josh, where
crossed
are
the
you?
border, I believe,
Okay.
into Canada.
Nice.
So these
You
guys
did, Josh. You didn't say goodbye again. This is the third time. So rude.
Right. Well, weren't you guys? Wouldn't he have left from the one restaurant and you had already?
But we
left
didn't
the-
go to the same restaurant
Yes.
because
And,
they went to Cheesecake Factory.
Yes.
We went to the other place, so he left
I see.
after the restaurant without saying bye.
right.
Yeah.
So you wanted a message, something.
Something,
Yeah,
just a hug, you know.
That is a good point.
I guess I'll see him in New Orleans. Take a seat.
Okay. So these guys look ready to start. I'll just let them know that they're good to start.
Yep,
Maybe they're
go
going to go ahead anyway, but I'll just let them know for sure.
Actual score sheet, part of the score sheet.
Yeah.
Stick the blank part in the back.
Got a handshake to start things off.
I have to admit, this is not what I expected to be doing this afternoon.
Yeah, I know, right?
This is kind
It's
of cool.
kind of fun. I like it. I think that's my first time playing on stream, like live.
Me too.
Yeah.
I know. We were
I came
supposed to be
very
straight to New
close.
Orleans.
Yeah.
I came very close to being on
But even
camera in
if,
New Orleans a
we
few years
were
ago.
our games. Is that what you're saying? Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, they should have put us on stream, but there's,
They
there's
should.
an anti-Div 2 bias.
Yeah, I get that.
Okay, so Caleb says, we always have to have at least one Chris and at least one Josh on any Scrabble stream.
Of course.
So that's good, and a Brian.
Yeah.
So there we go. So
All
who
right,
is going first?
so
Looks like
I-
Brian is going first.
Yeah. It looks
How does
like
that
it.
rack look?
QI. Nah, looks
Pretty
good.
straightforward.
Yeah.
That's going to be 22. Even I know that one.
Nice. Good job.
Nice. And yeah, Chris, if you can keep a running score, that would be helpful to me because I will definitely want to.
So far, so good.
So
for
Brian
Chris.
started, even though he's on the right there. Okay.
Yes, it's not a left-right. It's more of a. We're just watching the clock to see whose turn it is.
Mhm. It's kind of cool to
And
see
they-
my
they-
own board on stream.
Mm. The lighting is obviously not optimal.
No,
We're
it's-
getting
it's
a little
not
bit
great.
of glare,
It's a
but
little
with
bit of
those
glare. It's
tiles, it's
fine.
been okay.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
What do people think of Nets of boards? Give us a like in the or shout something out in the chat if you like that. Is that a teal
It's
color?
a teal, yeah. It's looking a little washed out on camera.
I see.
It's a bit
Much
bright,
more,
saturated in real life.
Yeah, the colors
Yes.
are not accurate.
Yeah, not at all,
Looks
There you
better in
go.
real life.
for sure. It really doesn't look that good on stream. Yeah, that looks good.
Okay, we've got a reply of coin.
It's like 21.
21.
I will leave it up to you guys to do the math because I always get it wrong.
All right, so tie game.
Yeah.
How does Brian's rack look?
It's
I
not
don't-
bad. It's pretty balanced. You can score at least.
Yeah.
Just seeing any doubles? We'll see. Not seeing anything yet.
I mean, I think at my level, I think if I'm looking at this rack, I'm looking to play something like hey or yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm interested to know what the
For
two
sure.
of you would do.
I mean, if there were spots to play those off and score points, that would be great. But
My first look is always at there's that C in the double-double
yeah,
lane,
exactly.
but I don't
I'm not seeing
think
anything
anything's
great.
there.
I want to just give a couple shout outs to chat. Steve Grob says, nice travel board. And Caleb says 10 out of 10 board.
Nice. Thanks.
Orchid Wave also wants to know, did you see in your rack Tile God? Not that it's good.
I
but-
did not see that.
Okay,
I did
all
not
right.
see that.
There you go.
I should have though. That would have been funny.
So what do we like here? He separated out HI. Oh,
haven't-
cheery. He's thinking about cheery, maybe?
Yeah,
That's
that's okay.
Okay, it scores.
Yeah, it scores. Don't like the lead though. That's the only thing.
No, it does take care of the
Yeah,
too many vowels.
Yeah. Still haven't found a play I love.
You could bend the Y into a T, that heteric.
Yeah, nice.
So does anybody have a favored play at this point?
Not really. I'm just seeing a lot of mediocre plays. Nothing that I love.
Yeah.
If
Same
you
here.
wanted to fish, you could play but that kind of leaves triple open.
Double.
Yeah, double.
I don't know. I'm starting to.
You know, I think cheery is also reachy,
Is it?
hmm.
so that's a little more defensive and takes some
It
points and takes
the
out that
front
lane.
hook of a P though.
Is that
which he
R
has.
E E?
No,
Oh
no,
my God,
R,
if it-
or-
no, R-E-E.
Oh,
Anagram of
Yeah.
cheery.
There it is. Cheery coming down.
yeah.
Okay,
How many
that's,
points?
Points.
5, 6, 7, 28.
That is 50. I don't know.
Super's going to bingo
hate
for
that play.
sure. No, that's totally fine. Question is, what's he going to play? Got Peloria set up.
Billy suggests everything is close, no standout play. I don't know if he's quackling the game. or not.
Pelorian will go down right now. Through the R and cheery.
Yeah, if he wants.
What is the word that you think is coming down?
Pelorian.
Pelorias?
Pelorian.
Yeah.
Pelorian. Do we know what that word means?
Nope.
No. Just Scrabble.
You might be looking for a 9 or something just for fun.
Content play.
No, he just alpha grammed. That's all.
He's double checking his options.
Yeah. I mean, I would be looking for a 9 in the spot.
Is it because he doesn't want to drop a P in the triple?
No, it's just because I want to play a 9.
Mm.
It's a casual
Well,
game.
sorry,
If
I
if I
meant
find a
why
9, I'm
he
going to play a 9.
alpha-grammed,
Oh,
but
no, I don't
yes.
know.
Oh, okay.
Maybe he
I
finds
understand.
it easier. Yeah.
I understand.
Maybe he
Sure,
just
wanting
wants
to play a 9. That I totally
Yeah,
get.
yeah,
All right, so here comes the play. Pelorian.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
72.
Thank you. Up 93 to 50. All right, we talked a lot about what it's like to be trailing in the game. So, what do we think? How do we think Brian is feeling after this? Look at what's his rack look
Probably
like.
not great,
He
but I
doesn't
mean,
love
he's
that rack.
not down that much.
Right, exactly.
He's
We're very early.
totally in it still. Just keep scoring points and hope to draw into a bingo.
Oh, these guys are telling me maybe the
Yeah.
clocks are wrong. I don't know.
I
It
don't feel
seems
like
like it's
Christopher has spent that much
Brian's
time. Yeah, maybe they're
turn.
reversed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's up with the
That's
clocks.
probably what happened.
Yeah, maybe the clock didn't
It's
get
probably
hit.
just
That's what
reversed.
Billy's saying.
Maybe.
All right, we'll keep an eye on
Yeah,
that. Thanks for the shout out in the chat.
Something phobia scores quite a bit.
Yeah, I like that.
Fovia.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's not enough in the triple lane.
Yeah.
So the triple double.
Mhm.
It's good.
Oh, here we go. We've got, God, I never know how to pronounce your last name, but we've got Aaron Dyerson
Mhm.
in the chat.
Oh,
How you
yeah.
doing, buddy? Good
Hey,
to
what's
good to
up?
see you. Are we going to see Aaron in New Orleans?
I hope so.
I hope so, but I don't know if he's on the list. Aaron, give us a shout out if we're going to see you in New Orleans. And we also have my girlfriend Farah watching on YouTube,
Cool.
who says that I am late replying to comments. So, oh no, Aaron, we're not going to see you in New Orleans. He says unlikely.
That's
Hopefully,
sad.
we'll get to see Aaron at a tournament again very soon.
Yeah.
Billy says,
Billy's funny though, right?
do we have confirmation of S or N for the bingo?
I don't think we
Oh.
do.
No, Billy, it's happening in another room. So that's a good question. I can go find out though.
Yeah.
Do you think it's worth
Yeah,
finding
it's
out?
probably worth finding out.
Is the S good?
It will
Chris?
matter.
I could run.
Yeah. you
No,
could-
no,
I
I'll,
believe so.
I'll run.
I think it's good.
We haven't had
Can we
another.
look that up?
Oh, we did have another play. What was the score for?
Oh, he plays food.
He played
Oh,
Foo
okay.
for 8.
Yeah.
11, 27.
Okay, so
So
77.
we got Jill.
And then we're coming down. Oh boy,
Yeah.
this is going to be a nice
Probably a
scoring play.
C.
Yeah.
10, 11, 12, 36, 44.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so 137. I will go find out what that blank is.
Okay.
I just assumed N, but
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, Floria's is good. We've seen anything goes here for Brian. Ah, okay. Yeah, okay. They say N. Yeah, okay.
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so where are we here? Brian is down 60,
Mm-hmm.
and what do we
I don't
think?
know what he's
He
doing
needs a
here.
vacation.
Yeah, he does.
So he needs an A. That's what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Got
That
it.
would be nice.
Yeah, there's a quick catnip over on the left there,
Invocate
but
good? Is Invocate good?
oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, down to the E.
Yeah,
Whoa.
that's the play.
Yeah, it took me a while.
Invocate.
Hmm.
Wow.
I don't think he's gonna know that.
No, what do
So
we think?
whichever is
Oh, I
the-
see. Catnip.
But
Wow.
oh yeah, that's a nice
But
one.
that leaves VO.
Oh, he should
Well, that wasn't
play
my find. I
that.
think Chris just mentioned that.
Oh, did he?
Yes.
Oh, I would have been so happy if he saw that.
Instead, he's going to move the V out
All right,
and probably
fine.
hurt the top left quadrant of the board. What does that score, Chris?
It's gonna be 8, 9, 10, 14.
14. So
Oh,
91.
cat. Leaves cat. I think he did that intentionally.
Yeah. Well, he paired vino with cat. To,
Yeah.
Like wine and
Oops,
felines.
that's not a good draw. What do we got here?
Oh,
Got an
there's the
X.
X.
Do we have a good X play?
Where is the X bomb?
I'm not seeing any.
Oh no, that's not gonna work.
I mean, obviously, there's socks for 27. Oh, no, it's N,
an N,
right?
yeah.
It's N. So Knicks for 27, but that
There's
doesn't
got to be
look like a
something
good
way better
play.
than that.
Aaron is mentioning Axion.
Where would that go?
I don't know.
Oh, on top of Florian. Yeah, that'd
Yeah,
be
on top
good.
of the N.
Yeah,
Wow.
I like Oxo there.
Hmm.
Very defensive play.
And that is going to score what? 18, 35, 37?
21, 22. No, just 22.
22? Oh, right. I thought the X was on the double. Okay, thank you. 22. And that's 22 for Chris, right? So
Wow,
that
look at
puts
the
him at
draw for
159.
Chris. Just draws into a high prop bingo. That's unstoppable.
Yep.
Mm.
Wow. Oh, what's Brian gonna do?
Even I know that bingo.
Nice.
Um, yeah,
Can
so what do we
extend
think?
Ox somehow. Box. Tapioca. Close.
So
Just
while
probably
Brian
just
thinks,
overlapping ox here. That's pretty good.
while Brian thinks about his play, how did you guys do in the tournament this
I don't
week?
want to talk about it.
Okay, so that answers that.
Yeah.
This cat box.
Nice.
Biota
might be
opening
good.
up the board a little bit.
I don't know. Yeah.
Biota.
Yeah.
Risky play.
Yeah.
6, 7, 16, 17, 18, 21.
Mm-hmm.
21. So 112.
Well, it looks like Brian is going to get a go at it at least.
I don't think we have a 5 vowel 8 through that A.
I don't think
Right.
so.
So what is coming down? Inertia, over the
Calorian.
and yeah. Which will give some spots for Brian, but let's see what he draws.
That's a rough rack.
Ooh, that is
Even if there was a bingo in there, I probably wouldn't know it.
yes.
It's tough. You should be able to score though. Like car box. Here it
Now
comes.
Billy says Quackle has the score as 157.91.
Hmm.
Do you see that anywhere? I'm
Well,
not too. I mean,
that's not
look,
what
we're
I
going to do
have,
our
but-
best on. We're going to continue to do our best on scoring.
Mhm.
Here comes inertia.
Yeah.
Let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 68 for that.
Okay, so that is going to put it at 227.
Yeah.
So I think Billy's just saying there's a 2-point difference, something like that. But I don't know if maybe a bigger difference in Brian, but that's all right. We're in the right neighborhood.
Oh, I know what it was. I gave Pelorian 72 and it's only 70.
Oh.
Okay, so we'll
That's
drop
not
that to 225. Thank you, Billy.
He says, my bad. Like, he's got his rack set up. Is that supposed to be my bad car? What are you
Yeah,
seeing
there are
here?
some plays being thrown out here, but I don't know if they're. Yeah, okay, 225, 112 now. Perfect. But I see plays being suggested. They're a little earlier, like boxcar.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess that was for the previous. Yeah, okay.
Boxcars for the previous play.
All right. And Orchid Wave is talking about just how common inertia is.
Mhm.
That in the over 1 million club and tournament games that he has analyzed, it's come up at least 700 times.
Wow.
I don't know how he's analyzed that many
That's
games.
insane.
Caleb says Brian is a pro at communicating through the rack.
Mhm.
So we'll see what
Yeah.
what he can come up with.
You seeing any good plays there through the A? Can't find anything awesome.
What's Brandy?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, I think we're all just looking at that rack trying to figure out.
Yeah, it looked good at first. So many scoring tiles.
Yes,
Do we
card
wanna
box,
just
but I
leave
don't
it
think that's
there?
good.
Does he just wanna leave
Steve
that
said it
spot
was an
open?
L away from carboxyl XY.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
Wow.
And Orchid Wave has been compiling players' bingos for 13 years.
Wow.
It's very interesting. So, do we have a play for Brian? What were you guys suggesting? Did you say
Brandy through the A?
brandy?
So I'm.
Oh, no, yeah, there's no.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So, I mean, carb.
I don't like that.
What's your priority here? Like, obviously it's scoring, but then
You
what
wanna
tiles
score
do you want to
points.
move? Or is that not what you're concerned?
No, of
What are
course
you
it is,
thinking
but you
about
wanna
with
There's,
this?
score
there's too
points.
many consonants that are not really compatible.
Yeah,
You've got
So
to
you got to
lose
move
some of
multiple consonants.
some of C and B.
yeah,
C, B, M, D shouldn't stay on the rack.
yeah. I would be
And you'd love
okay
to
with
get
just
throw
leaving
the
that
Y in
spot too, honestly.
It's true.
The board is so open.
Yeah, he's behind by a lot, so he could
Yeah.
afford to. He might have to gamble
Mm-hmm.
somewhere else.
Is there anything he could play through the IN to the triple down there, or is that
Probably.
Probably will only be a 3-tile play, so
Yeah.
probably won't do
Yeah.
enough for his rack.
Barmy? We've got a suggestion of
Yeah,
Ambry.
that looks better.
Ambry,
Yeah.
Ambery.
Yeah.
Someone suggests.
And Barry?
Ambery would just leave CD. That seems pretty strong.
Where
how
are
do you
they playing
spell that?
Ambary?
Ambary, Ambary.
Where do
Doubt
they
it.
want to play that?
Doubt he knows.
I would imagine
Here,
through that
there's-
A there.
He
on the
does- I
triple.
don't think
there
he
needs
knows
to be an
that.
E. He doesn't have an E.
Oh, so
Bari?
maybe there's a
That's not good then.
who knows? Then maybe just we've also got Ambry as a suggestion down.
He
from
also
the-
says Mincy through IN and Gloria. That's pretty good too.
And Billy says Mincy through IN is the best play, but not worth compared to the others.
Mm.
Yeah, that leaves Drab, which is not,
Yeah.
not terrible.
Just not a
Oh,
fun
and
spot.
Aaron is suggesting something else. Achy, ACHY/OY.
Oh, that's pretty nice. Yeah. See,
Where-
with
I don't even
coin,
see where
with,
that is.
With coin right here.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That leaves him with the BM, but it's a nice scoring play, right?
It is.
It moves that Y. Meanwhile, we've hit a new high concurrence here, everybody. I appreciate everybody who's tuned in to the Let's Play Scrabble YouTube channel.
Mhm.
If you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. We're playing after hours games at the Albany New Year's Scrabble tournament. And I'm joined here by Annette Oberstad and Chris Kulig as we watch Chris Sykes and Brian Garnett get it on in an after hours game. Brian is in a little bit of trouble here. And we're trying to, there's been a lot of talk about what he can play. And he's really given it some thought.
It's not an easy position.
Yeah.
How much time, how much of your clock would you give on a play like this?
Probably as long as he has. But at this point, you gotta play something soon.
I've been known to take too long at these
Mhm.
kinds of
I
junctures.
know these are definitely the positions I take way too long on.
I got to go with Mincy
Yeah, I like Mincy.
because Aki leaves too many consonants.
Yeah.
Well, let's see what Brian decides to do.
Yeah, I'm curious to see. Could be one of those situations where he just goes to the first thing he saw and ends up playing card.
Whoa, Orchid Wave says Dracum, Drachm. Through the H?
Unfamiliar to me.
Yeah, same spot as Aki. That gets rid of some consonants.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Oh,
Interesting.
he's playing Dracum, but without the
Without the drag.
without the drac.
Yeah.
That's
He
23.
decided to
Did
keep
he-
everything open.
He locked it in at 23. All
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
I think the consensus is he did not move enough tiles there. Right?
Yeah, I think you need to
Yeah.
get rid of more clunk. Got to get out of that. Good thing for him, though, Christopher has a pretty bad rack. going
Steve
with
says,
this.
set up another triple line with Dreamy.
That's a nice play.
Yeah.
What are we looking at
5,
there?
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13. I get 20 for that.
Okay.
Closing lines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that really closes things off.
So he seems to have lined up Darby on his rack. Is that a good word?
Yes.
I wonder where that's going though.
You just have Carboy through the
Hey,
in
Aaron.
Biota, but
Nice.
Aaron Dyerson
leaves
just
2
suggested
Nice.
Carboy.
Yeah,
leaves 2 Ds, which
Yeah.
is
it does open up the top of the board a little bit. Though.
yeah.
Keep looking for the boxy hook, but I just am not seeing anything. I really want to
Needs
play
an
just
E to go
by.
right.
Yeah.
I think that Vino play really definitely shut down some opportunities on this board.
It did, but it was early at that point.
Okay. Billy is saying Carboy looks like the play.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I see where Carboy. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
Steve Grubb says, fish for bread box. That's what he wants. So while Brian contemplates his plays, what is everybody's next tournament? Annette, you're going to be in New Orleans.
Yep.
Chris, this was your first tournament in a little while. Do you think you'll play another one anytime soon?
I did attend a small benefit tournament for Bob Becker in
Oh,
Holden
yes,
a
right.
few months back.
That was run by Beth Mix and Ed
Yep, I
Lieber,
think
or at least Beth and some of her counterparts.
Yep.
Anyway.
I think everybody knows Bob had a stroke while he was on vacation in Europe, and
Egg.
is having a bit of a slow recovery. But they put that tournament on for him, and a lot of people came out, so that was good. I don't have anything scheduled. I'm going to have to miss the New Orleans tournament. I'd love to go, but I can't make it.
Yeah. Well, we'd love to see you at another one of these days. Yes, Annette is loving egg. Why? Can you let us in on what you're loving about egg?
It's just like an inside joke that we have with the community.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
That was
Well,
the name
wait
of
a
the,
minute.
That was one of the names of the trivia teams the other
last
night.
night.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
named
yeah,
Egg.
yeah.
Can you tell it? Can you explain so we know what it's referring to?
I forget what his name is. The guy who always says in chat. It's one of the Collins players. His online name is WTF. You guys tell me what his name is? The chat definitely knows. I just know him as WTF because it's what he is to me. And he
Is
always
plug
says
like
egg.
good? It won't play.
Is what-
but
what good?
plug like?
Maybe.
It's
Definitely possible.
no, that's not there. That's 2 L's and 1 G.
Oh, yeah.
I do that a lot. Yeah, that's 4/5 of my name right there. That's not a good rack.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had Billy saying Chris should fish for Kulik.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Aaron is mentioning it's Erickson Smith, who is
That's what he's
WTF.
saying. Right, okay.
I still don't get the reference to egg, but
No,
I
it's
guess
just
I
like
have to be.
in all the Twitch chats, he's always going egg. And he likes to use the egg emoji. And egg has just become a thing now.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So
I
we
like
just,
it.
We always
I
just
like it.
think of him when we have egg or like egg is involved in anything.
Yes. Throw an egg in the chat if you like egg or you know what the hell Annette is talking about. So Brian playing like he's got all the time in the world.
Yeah.
He's obviously got some difficult racks.
He does
to,
have some really
move
difficult racks. I don't blame him.
through. I think Steve is looking up box extensions like peg box.
Yeah. Oh, peg box is good.
Egg box, egg box, love it, love it.
I like peg box. I believe we have the wrong player's timer going, so I believe it's.
No, I think
whose turn is it?
No,
It's
it's
Brian's
definitely
turn,
Brian's
yeah.
turn. Yeah. He plays
so.
yard.
Yard.
Yard is going to be. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Looks like 20.
20. Okay, 155.
And here comes peg box.
Nice.
Just no time at all.
36.
I mean, to be fair, he's had like 10 minutes to think.
That is a good point.
Man, another clunky rack.
Boy, oh boy.
Just can't seem to get enough vowels.
Yeah, there was some talk of resign gang. In
Yeah,
the,
yeah.
Last game.
That's
but,
allowed.
We're still pretty early here, but it's looking pretty rough.
Mhm.
Down 126.
Yeah. Sad.
He could fish for band camp.
Oh, nice.
That's not good.
Kind of set up his S. Sure, why not?
Okay. I like it.
22 with
Yeah.
the setup.
I like it too.
77.
Got nothing to lose at this point. Just too bad Christopher has 2 of them. So. That's what Brian is doing now.
Yeah.
Oh my god, look at that rat. Sad.
Oh my goodness.
35 for
Resign.
the salt.
So what do we think? Are we, I mean, let's we'll keep going. I mean,
Yeah, sure.
in
Ne-
theory,
never
we
say
should be
die.
letting people switch it out if they really want, like if they're feeling like they're being tortured.
Yeah.
But hey, we're at a new peak concurrence here. So
Nice.
welcome to the
everybody.
stream, everybody. We're watching Brian play through some very difficult racks. He's just made a couple of, what did he play?
18
WL
for
there?
Paul.
All right, thank you. Up to 195. And what do we have on Chris's rack?
Yeah, pretty decent rack at least. What are we doing
Played an
here?
S, got an S.
Do we like sand burr?
Where? What?
Sandberg.
Oh.
SANDBUR. For some reason, it's in my head.
Wow.
I have never seen it.
If you're in the chat and you're watching, tell us what your next Scrabble tournament is, or if you've never played a Scrabble tournament, we'd like to hear from you. In the meantime, my co-director, Kieran O'Connor, has just gotten back in the building. I'm going to let
nice.
him know where we are.
Well, he can't really miss us if he's going this way.
That is true. He may be headed to his room. though.
Yeah. Hey, what's up? There he is.
Oh,
Speaking
there
of.
he is.
Okay, so
That's totally fine.
That's fine.
We're just having some fun out here. We've got a live mic. We've got some people watching. No, it's all good. Actually, there's no mic inside there. We're just
We're on the
watching
mic
it here. So I don't know that we've. Well, anyway, we're
until 9, so
35.
okay.
35 for
Good
It's more than
gashes.
that, isn't it?
Can't figure something
What's
out.
that?
Very good. 35 for Chris.
35 for gashes,
39,
I believe.
think.
Oh, what do you get?
39.
Oh, the G is on the blue.
Yeah, it's not sure.
Okay, 6,
So
7,
I
8,
think that's 355.
12, 13, 14, 28.
Yeah, so we're
30.
most of the way through this game. So do you want to talk?
Yeah, you're right.
You think it'd be a problem if I was behind you?
No, it's no problem at all.
I'm
There's
gonna
no open mic.
pack up.
Do whatever you want.
Go ahead. I'm gonna submit results because
Oh, that sounds good.
Turd.
watching that.
Go turds.
Hey, Jonathan Lind is in the
Oh, we got
chat
here.
saying hello, everyone. Wish I could have made it there. He was a late pullout. Billy Nakamura says Brian should just fish for Bunzo at this point.
Yeah, I know.
All right. What do you have the score at, Chris? I may be off on the score.
So NRAP was 36. Did I miss a play? I missed burn.
Yeah. That was
And
10.
what was that?
10.
It was 10?
Yeah.
Okay. 205, and then NRAP was 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 12, 36.
So 391, 205.
Yes.
God,
That's what
does
I
somebody want
have.
to save Brian?
Looks like he's going to try for a bingo here. Is that good?
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I am holding that play.
Yeah, I
pretty
know.
Caleb
hard.
talks about trudges. I found
Yeah,
one.
Trudges is better.
Yeah.
So let's see. Is this going to stay on the board?
I'm going to guess no. Well, he's on hold, probably. Is he drawing? Oh, he's drawing. Let
It
it
might
go.
be a courtesy draw.
No, oh, maybe.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
mixed tiles.
Yeah, yeah.
So it looks like it went down.
Maybe.
Do we have a score on that play?
Let's see. 1, 2, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, it's 77 if it stays.
All right. That would put him at 282. Yeah, can we let's figure out if it's good out here.
Dust drag and trudges.
Okay.
So
I
no.
confess to not seeing
What
dust drag.
program are you using there?
It's just an anagram where it's called Board Expert.
We don't use Ulu?
Not for
By the way,
this.
the
For checking
computer-
words I do.
The computer timer on the broadcast is brought to you by Ulu, one of the premier Scrabble apps.
Mhm.
If you're a serious player, you'd be using Ulu for word
I,
lookups. All right,
I
we've
won't
got
say why I like this app then.
Z for 40.
C for 40
Okay.
and sturged stays.
Yes. Wow.
Well, any bingo that stays is a good bingo.
We've got a complaint that Brian only has 6 tiles on his rack.
Yeah, maybe they're done. He
Could
emptied the
be.
Yeah,
bag.
the bag's empty,
Yeah.
I believe.
Yeah.
There we go. We are coming close to an end here. I'm so happy everybody tuned in just to watch a little bit
Yeah,
of
super fun.
after hours game, give everybody a little chance for some commentary
Mhm.
and, little action.
No one ever did get to extend Fumet with the TE.
Mm. Christopher's like,
Yeah. Two-minute warning.
Mhm.
All right. I should also check in. I will try to figure out. I don't know if we're going to do another game or not. I mean, we
Whatever
have the
people
people
wanna
here.
do, yeah.
I will check in with Kieran. It sounds like we were talking about dinner plans,
Mhm.
although you guys had a pretty late lunch, I feel.
Yeah, we did. But
Yeah.
I would always eat.
The original dinner plan was to head to this Delmonico's, but apparently it closes at 9, so we would have to
Oh,
find
I
a different
see.
place,
Okay.
which is too bad
I mean,
because
there's food
that's a
here, too.
fancy place.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not as much fun to have food in
That's
the
true.
hotel,
I mean, we've eaten here quite a bit. It's pretty good.
right? What's the best meal you've had here?
I haven't had any bad meals, put it that way. I had a really good turkey burger the other day. I know, not very fancy.
Turkey
but
burger.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I
I
know.
was only
It was
laughing
good.
because Billy says he wants Kieran versus Josh in the next game.
Oh, let's
Um,
do it. That would be awesome. Karen would not do that. He would never play on stream. No.
Caleb wants one more game as an encore.
Mhm.
Aaron
Okay.
wants one more.
Okay,
So
do
we'll
one
see
more,
if
I
we
guess.
can cook up one more game.
Rove goes down for 14.
Mhm.
And that was whose?
Setting up ante.
296.
Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh,
and
an
out.
outplay.
Mhm.
Oh, Brian doesn't get to 300. How much,
Close.
sorry, for the outplay?
6 points for
Plus another.
looks like
6.
437, and he picks up 6.
So 443, 296.
Mhm.
That's what I
All
have.
right. So, everybody, I'm going to check in to what we're going to do for a third game. I
Yep.
need you guys to kill some time just for a minute,
Okay.
and I will be back.
Okay. Who do you guys want to see play? Take a vote. We will maybe make it happen. That's 13 people watching. Not bad.
Cool.
Yeah. Cool.
Sturged.
Sturged. I'm surprised he didn't challenge that.
Did he really intend the eye? That's what I want to know.
I don't know.
We
I don't
still
know.
don't know
Yeah.
what the blank
He
is actually
probably-
called.
He probably said I. See, this would have been a fun game to have a crackle up on, just so we could see him some of the options that Brian had earlier.
Yeah, I think Invocate was the big missed opportunity.
Yeah. He
Um,
might not know it though. Can't fault
Gotta study
someone
the
for
eights.
Yeah, I know.
No, I know. He's on his way up,
Yeah.
so he'll get it.
I mean, there's so many words I don't know either.
Okay, we're coming out to do a little post game with
Yeah.
Chris and Brian, and then we're going
Cool.
to figure out who is going to play
Have a seat.
in the next game.
Maybe the winners.
We
Yeah,
could have the winners
do that.
play.
Yeah.
We could have.
Little tournament.
Yeah, yeah, let's do it.
What was your call on the blank there? With the-
I put it down at one
Wasn't
point,
it the
so
eye?
on the camera.
So it
Was
was
that
an
I?
eye,
Okay,
okay.
that's what we thought. Yeah,
And then I put it down, and then I went like
yeah,
that.
yeah.
I felt like that was a word. I didn't even look for anything else. I was like, that's
Yeah,
know
you
that's
seem
a
pretty
word.
confident.
we
in
had
that.
you had trudges and dust rag, which
Yeah,
I
yeah.
did not
Yeah,
see.
we
Wow.
want to know why Sturge stayed on the board. Chris, get in here because we want to hear you.
That was the mercy rule.
ouch.
He also had Z for 40 as a comeback.
Yeah.
So
Good point. Good point. Very good.
So, I mean, Chris? Did you know if that was a non-word?
Yeah, I knew.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he knew.
Yeah.
He was just being nice.
He was being nice
Yeah,
in the room.
yeah.
Yes. Several times in the room, I said to him, "Is this a word? I really don't want to look dumb because my word knowledge is nowhere near what his level is." When I was
Did he help you?
yes, he helped me with the void challenge rule at
Nice.
that
Nice.
point. So
Very nice.
We were really feeling for you.
Yeah, you had some
Brian.
bad racks there.
I
Jesus.
was really trying to hit the double letter triple word
Mhm.
through that A
Yeah.
when I had like the B.
We couldn't find
R, D,
anything
Z.
that
Okay,
went
yeah.
there really easy.
So that's when I was asking Grizz, Brady?
yeah. Yeah.
Brady?
Yeah, we were thinking something like Mincy maybe through IN.
Yes.
Didn't
Yeah.
think of Mitzi. I
Yeah.
believe I asked him once if Bindy was good.
Right.
You didn't have anything great through
There
the
was
A.
a really
They're like
interesting.
Barbie.
Yes, I was struggling.
Yeah.
Dracum was one of the suggestions in chat
Mm.
for really cleaning up the rack. So look, if we're going to play another game, we should get into it.
Mhm.
Do we think it makes sense to have a Chris versus Chris?
I would like to
matchup?
see that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You-
absolutely.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
gonna have Annette and I were gonna have
Yeah,
fun with
well,
that.
that'd be great.
What Chris is
Is that-
thinking right now is that Chris is being ridiculous.
Well, it sounds like a
And
gauntlet
then
has been
everyone's
thrown,
confused.
so
we'll
I
have
must
Chris versus
answer.
Chris.
Yes,
I've got
let's do
to.
it.
You guys have to get the board set up. I want to make sure I know where you guys are seated so that I can get this going.
Mhm.
But just remember, the three of us are going to have to try to keep score. All right.
Okay.
And maybe we'll put a shout out to Billy, who seems to be quackling. Billy, we got to talk, because if you're prepared to quackle when we're doing these live games, then I would like you to just remotely update the scores. All right, buddy? Which is something that we can totally do. So
Because,
I'll
yeah,
get
Annette
Chris
and I are
and
not
Chris.
keeping
Yes.
score.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you're
so
you're
you're
better
going to
than
sit
me.
over
Yeah.
there. No,
Yes.
well, we're going to, between the three of us, we're going to try to keep score, all right? I'm going to get these guys set up.
What's that?
When I wrote the message, it was important for the
Yeah,
camera.
yeah. We saw it. Yeah.
You wrote mercy rule on your thing? God damn it.
Yeah, he wrote
Oh.
trudges and he held it up. It was like right in frame too. It was perfect. Yeah, you had one bingo when you played. Well, you had invocate here to the E, but I wasn't sure if you knew it.
Oh,
Or
I know
pretty
that's
early
a,
in the game.
oh, I know that's a word, but I
Yeah.
didn't see
I think it was when you played Vino.
Oh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we were discussing before, sometimes you look at a group of letters and you just don't think
You
that
don't
there's a
look
bingo,
for a
so you don't
bingo,
look
right?
for it.
Yeah, for sure.
But
Okay, I
in that
now
situation,
know where
maybe I should
everybody's
have.
going to sit, so I can
Okay.
reset the board. Sorry for interrupting.
Yeah, but in
Okay.
that situation, maybe I should have looked for something where like IN something.
It's kind of a tough one to see, though.
I was also just kind of the way we sit in there is a little bit of a confusing. We're sitting in there not really in front of the board, and
Yeah, you're sitting like kind of next to the board.
and so that hurt my visualization a bit.
Yeah.
Like
It's a
Why
bit
don't we sit
awkward for
far
sure.
aside?
We've already got
Oh, already
sites in the
decided.
same spot, so it was one less name to change. So he's already, he just passed you, right? Hold on. You're sitting where,
Yeah, you had a lot of racks where I was like, I don't know what I would do.
okay, thank you.
I
was-
mean, I saw
in my
like
head, I
some
was
plays
hoping
that
you
were
were
just
saying
none
that.
of them were great. Yeah, when you played Foo, you probably could have played Phobia, maybe here.
Phobia.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
that would have scored a little bit
I
better.
wasn't-
Gotten rid of that.
I wasn't sure that was a word.
Yeah, well, if you don't know, you don't know it.
FOVIA. That's not.
No,
Okay,
Yeah,
so yeah, I was confused about
you're
which
right.
was
Yeah.
the spelling.
Yeah, no, if you're not sure. You can.
so just to let everybody in chat know, we appreciate you being here. If you're enjoying this content, please like and subscribe. We've got a Chris versus Chris match coming up. We've sent Chris Cooligan to bag up the tiles. You can just hit OK. That's totally good.
Oh gosh. Okay.
Yeah, got it.
There we go. And we're here. I'm Josh Greenway, and I am joined by Annette Oberstad and Brian Garnett. We are going to do our best to keep track of scores with Billy Nakamura helping us out from the West Coast as we watch Chris versus Chris, the winner
This
of
is
the
gonna
last
be a
two
good game.
games.
Both
Yeah.
of these know a lot of words.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to get a drink. I'll be
Okay,
right
go
back.
ahead. Yep.
Yeah.
Grab me a soda.
round of beers.
What do you guys want?
Coke Zero.
No.
Oh, you guys
Joking.
have the carrot Coke Zero?
Just a
I'm-
regular.
I'm
Coke
okay,
Zero.
thank you.
Thank you.
Um,
We've almost finished them. Just one. Yeah.
All right. So yeah. How was? Did you enjoy? Chris and I were discussing after the game that we didn't know that each of us were kind of making jokes on our racks.
Yeah. I know. You
Hope you
both were.
enjoyed
It was
that.
really funny. It was great. Yeah, he had egg on his rack
Yes.
at one point.
He told me afterwards.
Yeah, it was awesome.
I guess we both thought we were the only ones
Yeah.
doing
Were,
that.
were you meaning to write my sad car?
Uh,
Or just CR?
I was when I wrote sad.
Yeah.
I was
and
just
then you
thinking.
flipped them around and you put my sad, and then it was like CR. I wasn't sure.
Oh,
if
I
you
thought
were
that I
something
thought I
else.
put my bad.
Yeah, did that too.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we were very sad with you when you played sad. Or when you put sad on that. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Caleb was talking about how you're an expert at communicating
With your
via
rack.
the rack.
Yeah, you
yes,
did a great job.
Yes.
We enjoy that very much.
I understand through Caleb that Chris had gulp on his rack at one point. Yeah, that's one of my
Yeah.
catchphrases.
Yeah.
So Billy, I appreciate the request for a link. We should talk offline, but basically I have to share a Dropbox file with you. You have to download Dropbox as an app. But once we get it set up, it is super easy to do score. So I would love to connect on that. Hopefully these guys know that it's good to get started.
Yeah.
If we see them holding, okay, somebody's
He's already
picking up
drawing.
the
He's
bag.
already,
Oh,
the
do we have a
clock is running.
freeze?
I'm
Some
I don't
lag
know what's
here.
going on.
slow here.
We'll give it a sec. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, interesting.
Maybe that's
racks
just
right off the
internet.
bat.
Okay, we've got Sykes going first.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
Okay, yes. So he's forming a 5-letter word.
so that's 48, right?
Mhm.
For Chris Sykes. Okay,
Yeah, good start.
let's get that score.
So it's really important to know 5-letter words with Z, Q, X, J. These really high-scoring tiles, especially or in particular because on the opening play you can score big
Mhm.
if it starts with that letter. Or ends in that
Whoa.
letter.
If you don't mind me interrupting,
Yeah.
Aaron just came in
Oh,
with
wow.
anorexia.
Well, he
Is
doesn't.
that-
He doesn't
does
have
he
that
have
though,
it?
because he has 2
And,
R's.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
close.
All right. Well, maybe is he saying a playthrough? Maybe
I don't know.
And
anorexia.
No, he needs 2 A's. for
Yeah,
that.
through the E.
No, he needs 2 A's.
rec-
He doesn't have 2 A's. He doesn't have it.
oh yeah.
All right.
Maybe just something like racks. It's the same.
On Sykes we have hyom, AA.
Mm-hmm. I think that's a word. There's a bingo starting with HEAUM too, I think. I can't think of it.
Kulig puts on racks to overlap the Z and
Yeah, I like
score double on the
All right.
X.
Aaron admits that he misread the tiles.
Ah, okay.
We did
We
have a
figured.
little bit of
We figured.
connectivity problems there for
Mhm.
a second. Okay, we have racks come down. Do
Yeah,
we know what
that
the score
seems
of that
pretty
is? 2,
standard.
11, 23, 32 maybe? Looks like 32 to me.
Sure.
I thought Binac was on the score.
Yeah, but I've got to update it. All right, I'm calling it 48-32. Vinek can correct me if I'm
Yeah.
wrong.
That's fine.
All right, what do we think Chris is looking at? He's got 3 A's.
Is Hayam good or whatever
I-
he had set up? If so, that plays next to Scene for a lot of points.
Low on battery.
I'll
To look
check
up
it. I
things.
think it's good, but
48-31. Thank
No,
you,
it's not
Billy.
what,
Oh,
what
he's
is-
putting down exhume. Nice find. Extending
Nice.
EX,
Wow.
hitting a double
Look,
word.
what do you think of that leave, though?
Well, you
Yeah,
got to
that's a
score
lot of
sometimes.
points.
7, 9, 16, 30. That looks like
That's
32
a
points
lot,
to me. I'm
yeah.
feeling pretty confident about that.
And he might just might be keeping a lead like that for content for us.
Yeah.
hard.
Was that a AAA leave?
That was
I'm
good.
not sure.
Ooh, nice
Oh,
pickup.
right.
S
my
at
God.
least, S and N at least,
And
but
he's gonna get
otherwise,
bingoed on.
Is keratin like that? That's a bingo.
I'm pretty sure that's good.
So right down the middle to the S. That's
Mhm.
what we're looking at.
that would score very well.
Yeah, Cortina and Keratin.
Yep, that's what people like. We've got multiple people tracking the score for me
Yeah,
at
nice.
31 off that Zach's play.
Now I'm
Thank you for
remembering.
that.
I'm remembering against Will Anderson while he was streaming. I could have won with an out bingo of Cortina or Keratin, but I
Mm.
didn't know these words. And
Actually, Cantoris is also good, but Cantori is not good.
I'm going to attempt to count this
Keratins.
play.
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 11, 33, 83 it looks like to me. It's going to be
A lot of
114.
points.
so what Sykes would be looking at here is to see if he can put down what we call a vowel dump.
Yeah,
Um,
something like Amiya looks pretty good. It's rid of
Uh,
AAI,
and-
keeping AINS.
Scores a little bit over
Yeah.
there.
We've got
Yeah.
multiple people throwing AIAIA into the chat. I don't know, is that a Collins word?
Uh,
what are we?
it
What are they
might be.
referencing?
The answer
It
is
might
always
be.
yes.
Yeah, oh, yeah, yeah.
What do we
answer is
got
always
coming down?
less, Yeah. A main.
Whoa, a
Oh.
main.
Okay.
Interesting.
All right. And that is going to play for 2, 4, 7, 8, 16 points.
I
So-
like
so what do you
Amiya a little bit
Yeah.
more. That N is such a good bingo tile.
Sure, and you have a better constant to vowel ratio.
Mm-hmm. I don't think this is worth the extra 4 points.
I'm one to talk. So I'm just getting
Just
crushed
my-
by
Just my thoughts.
much
but-
better player.
Billy, if you can update me with that last score, you had me 114.84. So maybe I'm supposed to be. Anyway, I'm sure you'll let me know.
Might be bingo.
Maybe it's supposed to be
Maybe
100
not.
instead of
Close.
96.
Is there a bingo there? Oh, sweatier. To the R. There's more in there too, right? Warius.
Sorry, I was distracted.
Yeah, he's got bingos with the R.
Yes, yeah, Weirius, Weather, what else? There's one more, I believe.
I think there's.
Who? Kulig has?
Sykes.
No, Sykes.
Oh, Sykes.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
So we're going to see what Kulig plays.
Yeah.
There we go. Thank you, Billy. Helping me out with score. I don't know if I should be doing the score at all. No, see, Steve is saying 96. There's a discrepancy here. All right, Steve and Billy, you guys figure it out what the
Yeah,
what the actual score is.
I don't think we need it to be instant. We could just
That's
wait
right.
for them.
We're
to-
listen.
Yeah.
We're doing our best here.
Yeah,
We're
we
pretty
are.
close. It's a close game, and we're waiting to see what Kulig is going to make of this rack.
Maybe
And
something
he's
like,
really proven to throw some interesting words out there.
yeah, maybe just like gnome as a normal word
Mm.
with the N.
We're having a discussion about whether I can charge my iPhone
bingo.
right now.
Yeah.
Oh,
let
nice.
me,
Bingo.
Bingo.
Oh, very nice.
Bingo,
okay.
bango, bunzo,
Yeah.
as they say.
Bingo, bango, bunzo, churro.
Oh, right, of course. That's
Right.
So we're probably
So
going
that's
to see
gonna be like
Warius come
5,
down.
6.
Don't count it. Slip by neck to it.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Focus on your excellent commentating.
Oh, Wastery.
If you weren't here, I think Annette and I would just be sitting here silently.
Yeah,
There it is. What does this play?
Wastery. I think I
Oh,
like
Wastery.
Wastery.
Oh,
Yeah,
Wastery.
yeah,
However
okay.
you say it, I
That's-
just remember.
Sure.
That's the other one.
Satire
Yeah.
bingo.
Yes, side tire plus.
I think I like Warius more, honestly.
Why is that?
You just set up a huge spot there with the E next to the triple.
Good point. Very good point.
But you also have the WA up at the top. It sort of opens up both.
Wait, Warius wouldn't hit the double. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you got to score and
Yeah.
hope for the best in
Yeah.
that situation.
Never mind me.
No, you bring up an excellent point. Something that it took me a long time to get used to thinking about is, not only do you want to score well, keep a good lead, but you also have to think about how you're changing the board and what you're opening up for your opponent.
Absolutely.
And,
Okay. I think I might. Do I have these reversed? Yeah, I probably have these reversed. Okay. 176. I think this is the score. I think, Billy, it would help me if you gave me whether it's Sykes or Kulig when you give me the score. Because
oh
I'm
yeah.
losing.
Oh, Chris has this, and Chris has this.
Yeah.
So
Right.
what is he thinking about here? Is he going to play with X humor, or is he
Ooh,
trying
look
to
at
go down
this.
for C bingo? Is there anything?
He formed remorse on
Yeah, I
his.
saw that. That would be a good one, probably. Scores a lot.
Wow, remorse. Nice.
Not,
He's probably looking for something through the T.
do you see him forming a word on his rack here?
Mentor?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Oh yes, yeah, double.
Yeah,
Oh,
Is
nice.
Exumer good?
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
But then again,
So-
I'm never sure. I'm always like
Yeah, you-
80%.
Yeah, ERs especially.
Do you want me
find
to-
difficult.
Yeah, X humor.
Yeah, I wanted to charge my
Yeah.
phone so I could use the Ulu app to help.
All right, hold
focus.
on. Let me
Okay.
get a charger.
Yeah, thank you.
You're gonna have to plug it into that there.
Okay.
Man, these racks, you just have so many options.
Mm-hmm. even if you didn't have a bingo here, you could score a bit,
Mhm.
putting that M on that triple letter and going
Yeah,
down,
for sure.
or maybe hooking the O on bingo going to the triple. That's something they'll be thinking about during the
Mhm.
game.
There's no way we're not seeing a bingo here, though.
Oh, of course, yes.
Definitely going to see a bingo. It's just a question of which one.
Could he be thinking about something starting with C to go down to a
Yeah,
triple?
definitely. I'm not seeing anything, but that doesn't mean there isn't one. Should probably look that up.
So I was telling the viewers earlier that
Mhm. No, nothing with a C.
the way you study words is you come across words that you don't know from the games that you play, and then you write them
Exactly.
down, and then you
Yeah.
try to memorize them.
Yeah, because I just find it more fun, I guess, that way. It
Mhm.
doesn't feel like homework.
Yeah.
And I don't want this to feel like something I feel like I have to do.
Mhm.
Whereas it's easier for me to just write down the words and then use those as flashcards.
And then when you do that, you can have these amazing moments like during after hours when you
Right.
played, what the hell was that word
Bell
again?
curry?
Bell, B-H-E-L.
B-H-E-L.
What is
You
what is
are
the
I.
play?
Oh,
Huh?
we're still waiting,
Okay.
but we were
Yeah,
just
we're still
discussing
waiting. He's-
studying bingo words.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, there are right ways to study, and what I'm doing is not the right way to study if you want to learn all the words.
I
but...
wouldn't say that. You're doing very well.
Yeah,
I mean,
but the problem with the way that I study is that when people play a phony against me, I'm not able to figure out if I've gotten to that point in my studying to be able to challenge that because I don't know. I don't know if
true.
it's within like my probability range,
That's true.
which makes it really hard when people play a word I don't know because I can't be like, well, I haven't seen that, so it's not a word.
Yeah, so what she's discussing is that if somebody plays a bingo forming a word with very common letters, you might try to.
Then I could probably guess like, okay, this is probably like a 2,500 probability just because I kind of know like where things are at.
And what she means by that is, so 2,500. You mean like the 2,500th most probable
Right,
combination
exactly.
of letters
Yeah,
you could.
yeah.
And yeah, so sometimes what you could do is you can compare the group of letters to one that you already know based on probability, and if you study according to probability, you can have a good idea of whether you should have studied or seen this combination before.
Yeah.
Yes.
One thing that I think is interesting when it comes to just streaming and commentary in general is just the kind of things that you learn about people.
Yeah, I'm sure.
And one of the things that I've learned about Brian is he's the kind of guy who lets his phone go down to 0%. What is happening? How often do you let your phone go all the way down is what I want to know.
Oh, I just, I like to play it fast and loose. Like
That is,
I haven't had a car for a while, but when I would drive, I'd let that what's it called, go all the way down to 0. Yes.
Wow! Holy cow!
Go past it and then just
Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to know what you think in the chat of somebody who lets their phone go all the way down to 0 to the point where they can't even look at it.
What?
Oh, here we go. What happened
not
here?
Playing a bingo?
Wow!
What?
Oh,
I'm
well,
so confused.
So I guess he could be thinking. I mean, that is an incredible leave, but how much?
There's
does the
no
score?
way not playing a bingo here is correct.
Yeah,
that is
what?
not enough points.
Wow! Holy cow! So 18 points there.
The 21.
Like, could he just not?
Yeah,
see
people are
anything
saying
with
maybe
the
he's
key?
not. Maybe he's unsure of the hook, but
He
wow.
must have had something.
I mean, maybe he didn't know like Hume took an R, and so he couldn't find anything hooking to
We
S.
weren't really discussing. Wait,
I'm so confused.
Since my phone was out of commission, I couldn't
Yeah.
look up.
Can we check
all
that
the-
Zoomer is good?
It
I
is
mean, it
good.
must.
I checked it. I checked
Yeah, okay,
it. It's
good.
good. Yeah.
But we didn't check all the anagrams that he had of that remorse split.
I mean, he saw he had remorse, but I mean that didn't play. With,
Yeah, we are
Oh, it didn't
shocked
play-
here.
but
well,
did
it
it-
didn't.
We're
It didn't
shocked.
S hook X Hume.
But did any anagram? Was there something where you could have hooked an S, or if we rearranged that? Did he?
I'm gonna look up and see
didn't
all the things.
I'll go ahead and do it. That's why I chose it. So read more, but
Okay,
yes.
so there's not that many things
there's-
that play.
Jonathan Lynn says there are bingos through the T and the O as well. I guess with that previous.
Well,
one.
Yeah.
we mentioned Mentor, right? Is that
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't Yeah.
Mentor.
He was probably not sure of it.
No,
Caleb
Mentor is
also
not good.
Mentor is not
Caleb mentions that his phone used to not die, and then someone ended up with his charger. I don't know if that is that a reference to you, Brian?
Oh yes. So I figured out that Caleb is slowly moving into my apartment.
Slowly.
Second to last time we hung out, he left his phone charger. The last time he left his gloves. Forgot forgot to get the charger as well. So he told me that a toothbrush is next.
Yeah. That sounds amazing. Sounds like a sitcom.
Well, we're definitely going to see a bingo this turn.
No mentorer. No mentorer.
Yeah, no mentor.
Right. And so I looked up for a second. I looked up. So he had remorse, except the S was a blank, right?
Right, and that wouldn't have hooked
yeah.
anywhere on the board.
He had Emperor,
Ah.
Emperor, Remorse, Remoter, and Remover. I'm surprised that
and
there's
none
This
of
is the
them
guy
are
who played
starting
a
bingos.
Phoenix or
Yeah.
whatever it
A
was.
Phoenix? Yeah.
Right. So
But he's kind of like me. He also says he doesn't really like to study a lot.
Right.
His board
He's
knowledge
not
is
gonna
kind
be
of random,
strategic.
right?
yes,
Right.
that's what I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
discussing while
Yeah,
you were playing.
yeah.
I once he played that, I figured he might be the type of
Yeah,
studier
yeah,
as
yeah,
you.
yeah. Yeah, he was saying that to me too. He finds studying quite boring.
Jonathan Lynn suggesting orometer was the other one
Orometer,
through
yeah.
either an O
Yeah.
or a T.
Oh well,
Easy.
anybody should have
Easy.
found all.
Well, he's got at least cloudier.
Uh-huh.
Very normal word.
Nice find.
It's
Yeah.
And
probably scores as much as anything.
Yeah, that
Puts the D on the double. He's probably looking for some IUM or just to show off.
Oh, what got played after Enor? What did
Shire.
on the top
Shire.
right.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's-
So that's 8, 9, 10, 11, 22, 24, 29. Let's call it 29 for Sykes.
Mhm.
Billy, I don't know if you're still with us, but I'm calling that 305.
If only we had a mathematician.
205.
That would
Yeah,
be, that would
what the
be
hell?
really helpful.
205, 1.
Looking at you.
35,
Here. Looking at right.
29. I don't know. I think that's the score. I need some help here, Quacklers. Is it 205, 150 for Sykes? That's what we need to know.
As I say, I'm not a mathematician. All right. I'm a mathematician, not an arithmetician.
Now, why isn't Cloudier coming down like
I don't
within 2
know. I
seconds?
don't know. Maybe he's looking for something with M. Down to the M, maybe.
Right, because what we were discussing earlier is, Scrabble players would look for a common prefix or suffix, and in this case, IER, which we see him putting down there. Yeah, so he sees
Yeah.
IER, and now he's thinking, what sort of words can I form?
He's
Orchid
probably
Wave.
going with something with a T now.
Orchid Wave suggests Moldier as well.
Is
Spelled
doubt-
a Canadian way.
What's he looking at here? Doubt
Yeah,
the
Moldier scores more. Oh, no, they both score the same, probably, right?
Oh, is he doubling?
Wow, he couldn't find a triple.
Oh, he's looking for double doubles. That's what Billy says.
Well, he
Okay.
didn't find one.
That is correct. He did not do the outrights.
Mhm.
A very high probability
I
word.
am surprised he didn't see Cloudier. At
Well,
least.
what is going? Yeah, this
I
is
don't know. Yeah.
very strange.
Well, so I mean, from experience,
66.
to sort of make
Go ahead.
excuses for myself at
Wow,
the same
look
time.
at that, and he gives
Oh.
him an E for 10 folds.
Wow.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Okay,
Ah.
Brian,
That's
make the point, and then we'll talk about tenfold.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was just going to say that there is a sort of nervousness of being streamed,
Of
as well
course.
as as I was saying, the visualization is a bit tougher in that room
Mhm.
because of the setup.
Yeah, it is.
So let's call that. I think that's 76 there. So 282.
Man, I wish you missed that stuff against me.
Yeah, I also find that my opponents play at their absolute best against me and no one else. I bring out the best in people.
It's a good quality to have.
So this just randomly popped in my head, but for those of you out there who love words as well as numbers, on 1/1, on the first day of the first month, in the first round, I was 11-1
Yes.
with a spread of 1-1-1-1.
I literally saw that. Someone pointed it out on the standings as I was walking out of the room. I don't think I took a picture though, but
That will never happen again.
that's crazy.
Because I'll never ever be in first.
No, but
again.
with anybody,
Oh,
it's
right.
not going to
yes.
happen.
I thought it
ever.
would never happen again because
No.
you're never coming back to this tournament again.
Oh
You're
yeah,
never playing
like-
on Jan first
no,
again.
the pressure is too high.
Yeah. we hope you'll come back to a Let's Play Scrabble event.
Of course.
Which reminds me, you're watching the Let's Play Scrabble YouTube channel. If you like what you're seeing, give us a subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel and just put some more live Scrabble out there when we can.
I'm loving the stabs orchid wave. That's really cool. Keep them coming.
Okay, so it's Kulik's turn, and he has Blue.
Would you roll?
What kind of approach would you guys take with this rack? What about bougie? Bougie? Is that good?
Um,
I'm not saying that's the
Bougie
play.
is good, but I don't think Bougier is good.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I
so-
agree with that.
where are you seeing?
Yeah, I'm not
Bougier?
seeing any.
I'm
great
not saying
place
there's a
for it.
place to play it.
Yeah.
I'm
Oh,
just
no, I
saying,
was-
what's
Yeah,
your
yeah.
approach with this rack?
Oh, you were just saying.
No, he was asking.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Oh yeah,
don't
I meant
know.
Annette. You mentioned Bougier. I was wondering why.
Why it's not good?
No, I was wondering, was there an R in play? Is what?
No.
Oh, okay. So what would we be thinking? Well, he is.
Definitely needs
See what he
to-
does.
There you go.
I don't
Glob.
like that. That's a terrible lead.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah, that is. Yeah, that is.
I think Steve Glob in the comments loves that play.
Maybe Kulik knows he's watching.
So that's going to be.
So-
Yeah, I mean, Bougie
score
is definitely
18.
much better next to the E in Last Tree. However you say that.
Yeah, so nice find, Josh.
Yeah.
And
Thank you. I wasn't even
Wow,
looking
he
for a
drew.
place
He
to play.
drew pretty.
Wow,
well.
look at that.
Yeah.
Axer Typo in the chat is home already. I
Wow,
can't believe it.
that
That
was
is
quick.
super fast.
Dang.
Wow.
so like we were saying, another reason you should have played Bougie is to get rid of that
The U.
that U
We hate the U.
Yeah.
The U is a god awful tile.
and to a lesser extent the I perhaps.
Yeah.
Because
I
he
think
left
that was
himself with 3
31.
vowels.
I mean,
And
UG as well
for
is a
Glob.
terrible combination.
And
Did he-
then
did he keep a
we
G?
just got
No,
a
he did a
float
major
there,
note.
right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
12,
float. So he took the spot that
32,
Cooley probably should have taken.
45 points for that. Wow,
But
326.
This opens up another spot down to the triple,
Mhm.
then with the double word or double letter
Yeah.
spot. He could, well, if he had the right letters.
Nice. Props to Felix for such a fast drive. Sorry, Brian. Go ahead.
I was just saying, if Cooling had the right letters other than the J, he could score big on the bottom left there, putting the J next to the O
wondering-
and going down. J
Oh, I
A
must have
I
missed
L,
it
you know.
here.
Yeah, I'm thinking
Thank you,
something
Billy.
like Judge maybe from the through the D in 10 folds.
So
Sets up another lane.
yeah. So again, I'm having trouble seeing that because of the glare.
Yeah.
It's no offense
Yeah. Okay,
To
that
the,
seems fine too.
to the streamer. Yeah, Judge would score quite a bit. So we have, I don't know how to say this.
Do
French game.
Mm.
How much does this
Josh
score?
saying rejudge
Rejudge.
for 62.
Okay.
Oh boy. And we have Giggled on Cooler Jack. What is? Oh, Chris is. What is he playing? He's putting down a lot of letters.
Whoa.
Waigala?
Waigala.
You know this?
I've seen it.
Nice.
I don't know if I would have played it.
As I was saying
Waigala, yeah. is
before,
always-
Annette plays so much Scrabble that she's seen every word.
No,
At this point. Yeah?
no,
not every word?
definitely
Oh,
not. No, not even
Almost
close.
every word?
No, not even close. I see new words every time I play. Every single time I play.
But it's remarkable how many times I play a phony against you, which you challenge off in a second, and you say, "Oh yeah, that's been tried on me before."
Yeah, or I played that myself
Yes,
before. Yeah, that happens so often. Because like you see a lot of the same phonies being played a lot, and I think that's one of the advantages of just playing a lot of Scrabble.
Right. Funny.
Funny.
So Chris Sykes is the punniest person
He
I've,
really
I've come
is.
across in
Yeah.
quite a while.
I had no
Uh,
idea he would be like that until we
he-
met here this trip. He's
His puns
really
are so
funny.
good
Yeah,
that
they're
I
great.
have to sit there for
You have to like think
like a
about it.
minute, and then and it requires this like obscure knowledge that I don't
Is
have.
is Drecking
Decking?
good?
Oh, Drecking.
I think that's good. Me always looking up words because I'm never sure of anything.
Churro's never churro.
Nope, Drecking is no good.
Jonathan says Kulig has a sweet bingo through the M.
The
Through
M.
the M.
I'm not
Silence
seeing it.
on this end.
I don't know.
I think the person with the worst
Unless
knowledge.
that's a
I'm looking it up, and you guys
Christopher
can
Punny Sykes, yeah.
think about it while I look. Oh, okay, you're looking. Oh no, yeah, okay. I'll look up the GC.
Oh wow.
You looked it up.
Yeah, magic.
Whoa.
Magicked with a K.
I did not know. I
Wow.
would never have
Oh,
seen that or known that.
Okay, so sometimes I get confused with the
Yeah.
language.
Let's see if it comes down.
Through the M doesn't
Nope.
mean.
Yeah.
It means it could start with the M as well.
So it's 8, 9, 10, 12, 36.
Mhm.
Oh, and he leaves himself I blank G.
That was pretty decent.
Good
It's
leave with this open board here.
gonna be very close probably soon.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, it's not going to be tough to block the last 2 lanes if that's the route he wants to go.
how would you do that?
I mean, you would play something maybe above 10 folds and then you block the bottom part of the board after.
Okay, so it would take a couple turns.
It would take like
Yeah,
2 turns, yeah. But I don't think he's really up enough points that he can start just focusing on blocking.
sure. Yeah. Was that also a hook? Was it float or floaty on the board?
It was a float.
Okay,
Yeah.
so nice hook.
Yeah.
How much does that score? We'll find out. Kulig
Thanks, Billy.
has 2 Vs. We all love to.
Ouch. That's
Love to
not
have
a
2
great
Vs.
draw.
Overgive.
Maybe. I don't know.
Mover.
L-V-E-G-I blank.
Devoving.
Evolving, of course.
Oh, evolving.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Nice. Will he see it?
He just plays Vav.
Oh.
A very, very useful 3-letter word.
Mhm.
Dump 2
This
terrible
is
Vs.
gonna
Yeah,
Corner.
that's
Shut
gonna
some
really
things
shut
down.
things
Yes.
down. Yeah.
And score
Well,
the
he's gonna
Qs
be
on
able
the
to get a
triple.
bingo down this time. I believe in him.
And was that a
That's 30.
36? Okay.
Yeah.
I think Josh predicted that play is what's going on. He
Mm.
gave me an updated score that
Ah.
didn't make sense, but now it makes sense.
Are we seeing anything from the M?
Okay, well, you can think about it.
Okay. I'll take a little look. A little looky look before I want to know.
Oh, I think you might want to stop thinking.
Oh,
about
really?
it.
Is
Oh
there
my
one?
gosh.
But it's very obscure. Well,
There's
Mitogen
nothing. There's
plays, but
nothing
that's
starting
not-
with M.
Yeah, Mitogen, I see.
There is.
There's probably something with the R that's better.
Oh, you saw a Mitogen.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
nice find.
Thanks.
There's one other where
It's
the blank
probably-
is an R.
Okay.
Oh, and that ends in M actually. So that
Oh,
would be,
really?
Yeah.
It's an R.
Thanks, guys, for the score updates.
Not to test you on the spot, but
No, but I want to see if maybe I know it. Ideogram?
yeah,
Nice.
very good.
Thanks.
Steve Grubb says 6 tiles in the bag.
Yeah.
I might pronounce it ideogram,
Okay, sure. Whatever.
just for the audience.
Yeah. I never pronounce anything correctly.
Yeah,
It's fine.
as we've mentioned, Scrabble players never know how to say these words or what they mean.
Yeah.
Just know that they're words
Mhm.
that can be put on the board.
So he sees a 7 that doesn't play. Go Dedia.
Go Dead, yeah, yes. High probability.
Or Gandhi plays through the R.
Is the bag empty?
No,
Six
six in the bag,
tiles.
I think.
Oh, so Sykes, we don't see the full rack? What's happening?
Oh, did he not draw 7? Oh, maybe not.
It could be over to the right. Maybe the camera's a little mispositioned.
Oh, okay. So we need to move it to the left a little bit. Maybe I can pop in.
Or maybe.
It's almost done. We'll
I
fix it.
mean, I don't. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what's going on. Does anybody have any theories as to why we can only see 6 tiles on Sykes' rack?
Maybe he was holding one in his hand.
Oh,
Oh,
dog
Dog
mania.
mania.
That's.
whoa.
He's got his rack
Okay.
wrong. I think he thinks that Chris has 2 ace. Maybe the
I
bag is
see.
empty.
Anyone tile tracking out there? Because we are not.
Steve says 2 8s and 1 9. And Josh
Oh,
is
there's a
confirming
9
the
on this
bag is
board?
empty.
Oh,
Okay, the bag's empty.
There's a 9 on this board? Where would that play? Through UE?
I don't know.
Pointing it out to me.
Maybe they're talking
Here?
about their. Listen, some of these
Oh my
comments
gosh.
I don't
may
see
come
any
in a little
open
bit
9
later.
lanes.
It's not necessarily coming in as
It's
fast
the only
as
lane that would
the Twitch chat.
have a 9.
Right.
Really?
I would not.
It is in that spot.
I,
Wow.
Okay, so mortals like me would never even.
I wouldn't
think
even
about
look
this.
in that spot. I would just play another bingo.
So
Where do you think they're looking for the 9?
we're
Through UE?
the
like
U in Exum and the
Yeah.
E in
Yeah,
enorm
Yeah.
Wow.
going
Yeah,
down
that's
and
insanity.
overlapping the AR
But-
and,
and
I
not hitting
and
the
the
S.
AY,
Yeah.
perhaps
Jesus.
not hitting the S.
Wow. Josh says that there's a winning play for him.
Oh,
Ideogram.
Yeah, we
Oh,
saw
yes,
that,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But that would be very
It's
Hard to
very,
find.
very tough word to see.
Yeah.
I believe that he knows it, though. I mean, he just knows so many words.
he surely knows it, but it's hard to
Yeah.
know what to look for
He
with
gives
it
up.
with a blank and
Yeah.
it's
Oh, he's also
we started with thinking about what might start with M,
Mhm,
and I
right.
don't even know if I would think about what would end
And
in M.
yeah, he would look at like ism words or something like that. Not
What did
Graham.
he play there?
Daisy,
I missed
probably.
Daisy.
Daisy?
Here.
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah.
So 4, 7, 14.
Must not have felt good.
Mm.
Whoa. Steve Grout saying geodesis / quartz. But there's
Oh,
some question
I see,
about
okay.
whether that's
I see.
the Quacklers are saying there is no 9. So
Oh.
there may be some questions.
No, that would have just been an 8 through 2 disconnected tiles. It wouldn't have been a bingo.
Inept.
Next comes
Mhm.
down for 14, 18. And it's all academic at this point.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I think this is going to be I believe this is going to be our last game on stream.
Mhm.
Boo-hoo.
Boo.
I mean, we could, well,
It was fun though.
I think dinner, I think Kieran went to Panera for a sandwich.
Okay.
So I think dinner may be out, which
Okay.
in theory would leave it open, but I sort of wanted to do dinner.
Well, I
I've-
mean, if you want food, we can go eat somewhere.
Right. I forgot that we haven't had dinner because we had lunch at
Yeah.
Yeah,
4
right,
o'clock.
exactly.
Yeah. I
After
mean,
the
I'm not
awards.
super hungry, but I'll easily go eat something. I mean, I'll be hungry again before bed, probably.
Well, we should definitely do a post game with these guys.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
and we'll try
I'd
to
love
figure out
talk
what's
to them.
going on.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. We got 2 seconds left.
Oh.
So that also affects your ability to find
He
words
probably
when you
just gave
put
up. He
under
was
pressure.
like, whatever, I'm not going to win
I-
anyway. It's
I-
not going to be enough.
So Orchid Wave says ideogram has only been played 26 times in the 1.3 million, but it was played with an average 1787 rating. So
Yeah.
that is really
Those stats are so cool. Is there any way we can see those somewhere?
yeah. Or
Is there,
could
like, a
we give
link
us a
for
little
that?
more info? Would be great. So this seems,
I would
according to
think-
Billy, is the final score. 449, 366.
Mhm.
That was a pretty exciting matchup.
Yeah, that
I'll
was
ask
fun. I
those
enjoyed
guys to come on in.
Yeah, definitely.
So I would think maybe Random Racer is where he might be
Oh,
finding
maybe.
that.
Yeah.
Randomracer.com.
I think this guy might do his own tracking.
Oh,
Mm.
Because Random Racer doesn't have 1.3 million.
interesting. Oh, Chris Sykes just showed us something that we missed.
Oh, what did he do?
I don't. I didn't
We're
quite
gonna have
see.
to ask him.
Yeah.
That's too bad. Good games.
Yeah.
What?
GG.
Sykes, what did you just show us on camera? We
yeah,
missed
we
it.
missed it.
Score?
Oh, did you?
Oh, it was the
you
score?
wrote down a word, right? Oh, you wrote down the score like you did during our game. Oh, Adagios.
I had
Okay.
ordered
Yeah.
the.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Yep. You had one to the M too,
You
That
guys talk
would've
about
won.
the post game. I'll be right back.
with an
Yeah.
R.
Yes,
Don't tell me what it is.
we won't.
It's my job to
Yeah,
get.
yeah.
You'll.
I got it when he told me the letter.
Hold on a second. It was.
I looked for that.
Yeah,
Looked
it's a
up
tough
online,
tough
Did you
find.
look to go down to the M?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
looked
tough.
at Graham.
Really? Well,
Ooh,
you just missed it then.
Oh, ideogram.
Yeah.
Yes.
I get
See,
it
he,
now.
he pronounced it the same way.
Is it ideogram or ideogram?
Ogdenby only loses by 9, so ideogram wins.
Yeah.
Either way,
Yeah.
I like
it's-
ideogram
yeah.
because idio is IDIO.
Right.
Everything idio is spelled IDIO.
Yeah.
So
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
it's ideogram.
Makes sense.
egg on my
Egg.
face here. Apologies.
Were you not sure of the hook on X Hume early in the game when you had Remorse and you played Enorm?
Exumer.
Yeah, because that does take an R, but we weren't
Oh,
sure
I
if
didn't.
you-
I didn't
right.
like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like X
Yeah.
humor.
Yeah. We assumed
So I
you're
held
just
off.
yeah,
And I said,
'Cause
well,
you
I got
saw
the
your
blank, so
bingo.
I'll big on its turn. And then,
Yeah.
of course, it took forever.
and then you found
Then I
another
couldn't get the
bingo.
double-double.
You also missed Cloudier from the C when you
Wow.
played outright.
Missing all kinds of bingos.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
And
with
then
If you had
Outrides
seen it-
wasn't best either, right?
No, definitely not. Because I mean, if you had seen your C bingo, he doesn't.
No,
get
that's
10
not
pulls.
what I mean. What
Oh.
I mean is even for that position,
Right,
is there
right,
a
right.
double-double?
I didn't look at that.
That's what
I'll
I
have to take a look.
well, as we were saying, it's different when you're playing on stream and you're low on time.
Oh yeah.
And
Well, actually, it's not much different. This is the kind of game I have in tournaments all the time.
Mm.
no,
I go overtime. I miss bingos, and generally this is how it
There's
goes.
no double.
Okay,
So,
that I'm happy
Yeah,
about.
lots
We are
of
in position
outwards.
to do another game
Okay.
if people want to do that, and if chat wants to see another game. What are
so
we looking at here?
maybe Annette and I could battle for third place.
Could do that.
I mean, I have not gotten on there for a game.
You want to play?
Oh,
I could play a game.
You want to play?
Sounds
I
You
could
and me?
play a
to play a
game.
game.
You
we
and
could
me?
play a game. We could rematch.
Yeah.
New Orleans.
Let's do it.
Oh.
I'm still going to have to second whoever chimed in with the idea that it's you versus Kieran.
He's never gonna play. Kieran won't play. We know that.
Now, Brian, I would have a very important job for you. If you want to come over here, I'll show you how the scores update.
Okay,
Chris, let me grab this seat. Okay.
Sorry, I might have to go.
Understood.
Don't count on
Well, we may have Chris and Annette as announcers. So,
Chris and Annette. I thought you were playing Annette.
oh yeah, right. So Chris and you, right?
Yes.
You guys.
yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So if we were doing this, first of all, the way
we're still
these
live,
work,
right?
Yes,
Okay,
we are
so
still live.
Josh
I'm
is just
gonna
showing
give
you how things work over here.
Yes, and let's screen this up. First of all I'm doing here is just updating text files for our names, which you will not have to do, but I'll show you how the scores
Right.
So this file up here is the score. So I'm going to reset the scores. All I'm doing is clicking into the dock and just updating right? The key is not adding any, like, I'm not adding any lines or anything,
Yep,
right?
yep.
I'm literally just making those changes.
Where did that come
from? Hilarious. That is Mr. Sokol. All right. It sounds like Josh is going to do score updates. That will let you guys focus on commentary.
Nice.
You don't have to worry about it. And it sounds like very good. Thank you, Josh. Now, you may want to, I'm going to take my phone.
Yeah, I'll oh, okay. I'll
If
get on
you
chat.
guys can switch seats, but that would let you stay on chat, right? If you have your phone with you plugged in.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I'm suggesting
your charger
switching
is
seats.
actually amazing. So
That came from Kieran.
oh, okay. All right. So
I know he set me up in a major way.
So if Chris, you could.
Do you need the link, or do you have the link?
Let me answer that.
Oh yeah, I sent it to you, right? And
You did. So Chris, what was I going to say? If you want to maybe get Ulu or something open to check words if we need to during, or just use your brain, which is just as effective most of the time. Okay, so
Ulu looks better.
Yeah. Okay, this is going to be good. So, are you saying your phone is totally charged?
Oh, it's very, very charged.
Do you mind if I take that back for now? Now, does very, very charged for you mean like 40%?
3%. It's up to 3%. That's very
No,
charged.
just keep
No,
it
I'm
charged.
kidding. No, it's very charged.
Okay. Here, give me the charger. That way I can finish with a full phone.
There you go.
Thank you. All right, we are going to
Okay.
set up in there, and our seats, you are going to. Yeah, I think I can figure it out.
Brian is on the chat. Uh-oh. I couldn't figure out actually how to subscribe myself on the phone, but I'm not very, what is it called? Tech savvy. So I won't be able to chat with you, but I can talk with you. Unless somebody wants to tell me how to subscribe on the phone. I click the thing here. Subscribers only mode. It says only channel subscribers can send messages. Learn more. Okay. Now I'm out of the chat, unfortunately. And then it's just a bunch of garbage I don't want to read, so I'm gonna go back to YouTube. Okay. Looks like Annette sat down, preparing her score sheet. She likes to fold the top of it down to hide information from her opponent because, like many players, she likes to write down the full racks of letters she has every turn, so that just in case she might want to review the game later. But of course, when you write down your letters just across from your opponent, it's possible they could see that, even unintentionally. Now she's up from the table. Orchid Wave, geodesist, person who works with or studies geodetics, of course. Caleb Denby earlier said he's chilling. Love to hear it. Okay, we're getting the letters in the bag. So this board actually does spin, but we have the camera set up so that it's always looking down on it in this upright position. And that draws an O to see who goes first. Orchid Wave says, I can't help seeing it as geodesist, though. What is it actually? I don't know. Desist with all this geo nonsense. Nice. This is Chris Sykes level pun usage here.
I appreciate it.
Okay, so Annette draws Oreo plus some other stuff. Maybe she's feeling a little hungry, wants to eat some cookies. Geo with a T after that. Okay, yeah, so that he was saying yes. Yeah. We were just looking up the words you were giving us, Orchid. Okay, I don't know if I should tell this story on stream. But we'll just say there was a bit of an incident in a game between Annette and Josh at some point where an O was accidentally up somebody's sleeve. Literally. Okay, Annette plays Oho, makes sense getting rid of 2 of her O's.
Kind of liked Rue there. It's giving away more points.
Rue to also get rid of a duplicated R.
Yeah, just exactly. Yeah.
But when you keep the, I mean, H is a good scoring tile, so it's good to keep that on your rack. Okay. Greenway picks up some. Greenway has a very nice rack. Must be a bingo there. Galoots, nice.
Yeah, nice find, folks.
I forget if
You can go over the
over
first O and the H.
Cool. Yeah, very good.
Or actually, you can start over the first O, hook all of it.
Grob says, Annette, don't be a hero. She had hero on her rack. Orchid Wave says, I like Thoro. I don't know this word. Thoro.
Also,
Yeah, what do you think of that play? So that would leave RE. That would be
nice.
that would be very nice.
Very-
Good. But then he'd be bingoed on in 2 seconds.
I like Ortho better.
Ortho.
Yeah.
Uh,
Just because there's no hook.
yeah, Ortho doesn't have any hooks, whereas Thoro takes an N, so that defensive consideration would come into mind. So Josh, okay. Oh, Josh doesn't find the optimal overlap, but if in terms of points, but it's pretty good.
Might be a little. Maybe if he goes one left, he's not quite leaving such a good hot spot for the triple word to a double letter.
These racks are really visible, in my opinion. Why are so many of you struggling with seeing the letters LOL? I don't know what you mean.
Growler. I like it.
Don't tell Greenway or Brian in this case, but your name is pronounced with a long O. Oh, so like by a long O, you mean Grob. Like that? Is that what you mean?
I think it means Josh.
Oh, Josh. Is that who was speaking? Galoots or Galliots? I don't know. That could be an I or an O. I see. I didn't know Galliots. I don't know. Maybe Josh knows Galliots.
I think Latigo's maybe the best play there. So you're not creating such a hot spot on the triple word line.
Yeah.
So you'd have the GOS over all. Latigo's.
I tend to, I tend to get excited when I see a bingo, and my inclination is just put it down immediately. But sometimes you have to stop and look for better. What were you talking about for the audience?
Yes.
Oh, this is a private thing in their game, I suppose.
Bring is
Josh trying to get the stream banned, trying to almost swap the B and the T. Yeah, Xer. Good observation. I did not notice that. Annette puts down rower, overlapping quite a bit, scoring something. And keeping RL, not a bad lead. Josh Greenway arranging his letters. Orchid Wave says Galoots has been played 48 times in, I believe he said 1 million or some games. Average person who played it has a rating of 1648. Galliots with an I 36 times. Growler maybe instead suggests Aaron Dyerson, a very strong player.
I like Growl.
Yeah. Chris Kulig is also joining us. The Chris's here also liked Growler.
So it was Galleons.
Oh, it was an I. We see. Now, since Jin was played, scoring, what is that, 26? Getting rid of
Yes.
J and another, I guess she feels she has too many consonants, so she puts another down.
Hate the double N's.
Well, yeah, but yeah, she had to put down at
saves
least
the
one
I
N.
for the hook.
Oh, yeah, good point. Jinni is a, what did she do?
I think she's trying to point out to us that she saved the I for the hook.
Why would she be? Oh, what happened? Or she put her letters down.
Not sure.
Just to be clear,
Yeah.
I played it as an O.
Oh, and she thought it was an
heard
I. Ah,
and that's why she played. So I challenged, but I'm letting her take it back.
Yeah.
Because I didn't even mark
okay. Sure,
So,
sure.
We and the watchers were not sure what
Yes.
the blank had been designated.
it. There you go.
Okay, so yeah, in tournament play, you would we have a little slip of paper where you would circle, or maybe in some cases write down the letter that the blank represents, so your opponent knows in case they misheard you or something. So,
So the play
since this
was
is just
Galoots.
since this was just a casual game, it seems Josh said, "Oh," but Annette heard "I," and that led to this confusion. So Annette's going to go again. Maybe she'll play join, something like that.
Yeah, joint. It's an extra consonant.
Orchid Wave didn't take Greenway as a Galliots player. Joint, okay.
Is he calling Josh a galoot? Is that what he's doing?
I knew it was Galoots. I knew the whole time. Okay, so now it's... Okay, oh, by the way, joint score is that 27. No, oh, the T hit the triple, so 29.
Yeah.
Greenway's looking at an X, B, and some other stuff.
I like Apex over the R in Raw.
Yep. X on the red. Second that.
Sorry, point it out to me. I'm spacing out.
Apex.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Yeah, Apex going to the triple. Looks like a good play.
It's 45.
Grobe says Apex shop Tora for a bunch. Oh, very good find. Apex right
Nice.
there below Tor show and O, making underlaps.
45 there. 45 the other way, so it's better where he says
Yeah, okay.
safer.
Yeah. Grobe says the leave is bun, as in bunzo.
Trouble seeing the board. What was the other location?
Both are 45
R,
points.
Chop, O, X.
Right here, A, P, E, X.
Oh, yeah.
Are they both 45 points?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what were you saying about you like
Apex, where the
you like Apex underlapping
Yeah,
rower because
it's safer
it's safer
than
defensively.
opening up a triple line
Yes.
with the E in Apex.
Yes. Annette has 2 homeless bingos, says
I really don't like that.
Jonathan. Oh, but that might have just changed since Josh opened up the board a little more. I guess he just didn't want to keep the U. That's the reasoning.
I think he would have played Apex if he saw it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't keep B and B because then you draw like that.
Yeah.
Fink. Draw like a fink, huh?
B and P have very little synergy.
So you're saying only a fink would keep
Fink
that
would keep
that
P
leave?
and B.
Yeah. Okay. What homeless bingos does Annette have? Do you top division players see?
Mandrill.
Mandrill.
Mm-hmm.
Rimland.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Aaron Dearson. That I knew that. I just know you as React. Shout out to surfing. Yes. I don't know if there are any new viewers here, but I'm referring to some people's Twitch names. We've been doing that on the stream. But sorry if some of you feel left out.
Anything through that ER.
Through the ER, we're looking.
Oh,
For
no,
nines.
no nines.
Right.
No nines to ER.
Okay,
But
but
AT or GI.
that would be something Annette might be looking at. Is
Sure, she's a creative player.
Yes, she is.
Find that stuff.
Nothing to TA.
Axer Typo says options really suck here, despite what it may seem. She plays milder to hit a double word.
Yeah, that's good.
She keeps her RNA intact.
Or could Wave say it says if 8 picks have been played, then Greenway would have Fink, UNB, not that much better. What do you think?
It would still be better. It was gone more, it would still be better.
Don't think
Sure, it
Bun
was.
Fink is acceptable.
Bun Fink.
There is a bun fight, but there's no bun fink.
Interesting. We see Kif hitting a double for the staircasing a little bit at the top right. Overlapping Yamai, scoring.
Another unhelpful lead.
Yeah.
Hey,
Maybe
yes.
it's worth even just playing point just to keep it foul.
LMAO Kulig, that was a really good one. I'm sure you made a good one recently. I'm not sure what he's referring to. She keeps her RNA intact. Is that what you said? Nice.
Yeah, she had RNA. She left. Her leave was RNA.
Yeah.
Nice,
But
nice.
it wasn't a rival you play castle joke. It was just a comment on the paper leave.
Okay. But I think Axer assumed it
No,
was a pun.
it was both.
Yeah,
It was both.
I think that's the assumption made.
Yeah, maybe. It's correct.
Kulig, you're sorry, I'm referring to you by your last name since you're both Chris. Kulig, you know a bit about chemistry. I understand it. You
Yeah.
Yeah, so you tend to know a lot of chemical words.
Yeah, it doesn't always help because many of the chemicals that the divisions of as far as lexicographers go, they put the dividing line between what's acceptable and what's not acceptable in a funny place
Yeah,
for
true.
chemists.
True.
So I know some chemicals that are too obscure to be played on the board.
And then you protest and say, "Do we need a chemistry textbook as our lexicon?" Far, hitting a double, doubling far in riff, adding a me to that, and she keeps Marn. Seems not bad.
I did stump for the addition of nonane, and I was finally satisfied after many years. In I think 2015, they added nonane, which is an alkane with 9 carbons in it.
So she still kept her RNA intact.
Co-enamel from C.
Oh well, it's Greenway's turn, right?
Yeah.
But if it's still available, co-enamer. Wow,
There's a country that anagrams to that.
Cameroon.
Yeah.
Nice. That was an answer in our trivia night. Yes. Billy Nakamura says Nani. If this were coming from my nephew, I would assume he wants a banana. But I think he's referring to what play. So I'm being shown upbind is possible. Unbind.
Unbind is chosen.
He may not know upbind. I mean, I wouldn't know that.
So Annette has at least co-enamer, unless she can get something down to the D. It's there.
Maroon. But it doesn't fit.
So must not see co-enamer yet. Otherwise, that would be a pretty quick play.
Not necessarily. She might be double checking the triple triples.
That's true. That's true. You see her writing.
Some of us A players are not automatic in finding the bingos. You got to sit there and go,
So I was saying Annette was writing our score sheet. She's probably writing down some letters and trying to anagram.
I often write a word on my score sheet to see if it looks right.
Huh?
I often write a word out to see if it looks correct.
Yeah.
So I can do that.
Especially if you need to use a letter on a board. Instead of arranging on your back,
Right.
you might write it down. Also, it's a little bit harder to arrange on these racks that are taped to the table.
Yes.
Josh is sitting on a rack of not dream about.
you would nightmare about it.
Yeah, true. Orchid Wave says co-enamer has been played 11 times in some database of. Did I just say data? Database. It's a Star Trek fan. I can't believe I pronounced it data. In a database of over 1 million games, co-enamer has been played 11 times.
Looking at Doorman, but look at this.
So,
She's near doom.
Orchid Wave, for a comparison, can you tell me like how many times QI has been played and what the average rating is there? I'm wondering what to gather from the average rating. They seem to be, the ratings seem to be pretty close together from the examples you've given. Jonathan L says Josh needs to do Penny or Punny if they stay open next turn.
Goes for the
Penny,
punny.
I like Penny because we've left 2 eyes.
Oh, sorry, Orchid Wave. That's 11 out of over a million bingo plays. That's 11 examples. Okay.
What, Cohen Hammer?
Yeah. You don't track 2-letter words. Okay. But could you? So I gather when you're telling me the average rating of the player played it, it's some indication of how hard to find the word is, or obscure, perhaps. So like, okay, how about retinas? Retinas would, I suppose, would have a
Ironside through an
much
end.
lower average rating, since anyone would find that.
Ironized, Ironside through an end.
Uh-huh. And that's putting down Juarez. Nice. Very high scoring play. Wow. What a find.
Is it Wares or Juarez?
I don't know. Come on.
The Juarez I know is Juarez.
Yeah, well, that's just how I remember the word. I just pronounce it however I want.
No, I do the same thing. I
Yeah.
pronounce words wrong all the time just to keep them correct in my head.
How much did that score? The Z hit the the triple letter and the double word. W's in there. We've got overlaps.
37, 74
Approximately.
before the overlaps. So that's like a 90-something point play.
Okay, thank you, Orchid Wave. Retinas has been played a bunch of times. Average rating of 1429, much lower than some of these obscure words. That was 93 points. Juarez, as I said. Yes.
And Ironside is actually slightly more defensive than Ironized. Leaving a consonant next to the square.
Yeah, I believe that's the only playable today.
This was predicted by Aaron Dyerson. I'm pronouncing it that way because you made fun of me earlier. Good find by Josh Greenway. Yes.
Oh, Derision is the other end.
Ironside, Ironized,
Which does
Derision,
not
and
fit.
what was Resonant. High probability word. So
Yeah.
Josh Greenway would definitely know all of those anagrams, and he found the best one, perhaps. Josh is on hold. Okay. So Annette might be putting Josh on hold because she may not remember all of the anagrams of Ironside, and maybe she's trying to remember all of them because, like we said, she doesn't study by probability, but just from experience. Okay, so maybe not. She was about to play something.
What's that?
She almost played the singular of was.
Jonathan L says Josh drew another bingo, but this one is trickier.
Really?
3 E's. Oh, Annette almost played W-A. Oh, that's what you're saying. The singular of was, yes. Okay. I'm catching up.
Oh, yeah, there is a rival
Nap. Was that just played? Oh, okay. So
Will
the
that go down?
Josh Greenway has I.
Overdue.
Josh
Yeah.
Greenway has I hole, EYE hole on his rack. So Annette just played Nap, right?
Yep.
The bottom left, keeping bunt. She might be fishing for Bunzo, Bunzo. Oh, look at that draw
The
The
from
double
Annette.
V draw.
I don't
I
think she was
just have
fishing
that.
for that.
I get that a lot, actually. The V's love me.
Yeah.
The feeling it's not mutual.
Josh played Ho up at the top right, keeping LEE blank.
He'd certainly know I hold, but he might have just looked at all those E's and thought there's nothing.
Yep.
Like I
You-
did.
sure.
Until somebody said there's a bingo.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
I would-
Oh, he picked up a Y. Maybe he'll find it this. Oh, eyeline, huh?
Yes. He found eye line.
Yeah.
He didn't find eye hole. That's interesting.
Well,
It's funny how the mind works.
also that might be a little bit of luck by the way he drew it. It just kind of it was just automatically placed in that way. So that was certain things like that can help you find.
That's
I
an
remember-
Yeah, it's an argument for moving your tiles around on your rack. See different ideas.
I remember in my first tournament when I had very limited word knowledge. I drew Atelier basically in that order and put it on my rack in that order. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have known to look for that or seen it. But once it was there, I recognized it and put it down. Eyeline is Collins only. Wow.
Yeah, it needs the R.
Eyeliner. Okay.
You might
I just assumed
get
that
away
was
with it. He plays it wrong.
true. Eye hole, arm hole, and thumb hole are all words. I like. Is that good? I like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
That's the only 7.
That would be,
And the eyeliner is the only 8.
unless he knows that's a word, that would be hard to convince yourself has to be good, right?
Even though he's in order on his rack.
Annette has to know eyeline given her YouTube channel. True. Yeah, I mentioned.
Fit with the V there.
I mentioned to Annette in my hooks quizzes I was missing FARD a lot, and then finally I looked at the definition, saw it means to apply makeup, and now I associate FARD with her. So
No
remember,
farting in the car.
no farting.
Question is it making that an N, which is phony, or a K?
That's a very good question. So he puts down I. No, don't spoil it. Just don't ask. Don't ask.
Don't influence the game.
Yeah,
please.
don't influence the game. Let's find out. Let's be in suspense. We were about to go ask, but it's 2 to 1 vote for just being in suspense here. Nice in between play lined up for Annette. Says Axer typo. What is an in between? What does he mean by an in between play?
Is he talking about vet?
That was very nice.
Yeah. She turned show into
It was
show.
like in between all.
Oh,
the
she
stuff.
she just played vet and
The previous two.
Unless he's looking ahead to the next play.
so Josh is drawing tiles.
Josh's score now has an asterisk.
Yeah.
This
So-
is on hold, maybe then.
Yes, we're wondering. Yeah, I'm wondering if Annette has accepted this play, whatever it is.
I might challenge Eyeline. I might challenge Eyeline.
Oh, Orchid Wave is saying if they hook If they hook it with an R or an S, we'll know which one it is.
If it gets challenged off, we'll know.
Yeah, that's true. But we won't know exactly what letter he put down. We'll just know we'll just know it wasn't K.
Yes.
But we could assume it might have been an N.
You could try F. You could try C.
I
you
life.
know.
I lies. Annette, we can't see much of her, but she seems to be sitting back in her chair. I wonder if she's. Or no, that's a perspective of Josh. Okay, sorry. So Annette is. Ooh, interesting.
That makes me think an N was
That-
chosen.
it must
and
have
that
been
the,
eyeline.
phony
And now
will,
this
rise.
is challengeable.
Challenge
would
your
be-
own pony. This is the ultimate.
This is
Yeah.
the ultimate insult.
If Josh liked his designation enough, then he probably won't challenge this.
Especially with such a big lead.
That would be.
He's okay. It stays. So 2 phonies in a row.
Definitely an N. We would not play AK.
I like yeah, no. So that's quite a few points there. QADI, a useful Q and no U word.
And so,
Yeah, very nice. Keeping ETEC. Annette has unbrags. That's when you brag, but then you realize, you gave.
I don't believe
You-
ungarbs is good.
you brag about eyeline and someone tells you after it's pony. So
So then you unbrag it. Yes,
Yeah.
That's what we're looking for. Plausible definition of unbrags.
Like, good job.
Ungarbs.
No, I only like ungarbed. It's
I-
an adjective.
I'm still holding on to my theory that she's fishing for Bunzo in my honor. No, we've seen the Z, and we've seen both blanks. Never mind. There's one tile in the bag, it's a G. Axer Typo's favorite letter. Jonathan L says QAT/afar was the other option on acetate on Greenway's rack. And this spelling is this is correct. This is a bingo. Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's how you spell acetate.
Yes. Thank you.
I don't know where it's going.
Billy Nakamura is quizzing the chat. What is the unavailable 8 with the Nets rack? Seemed Axer Typo answered immediately. Yep. Osnaburg.
Ugh.
So what would Annette be thinking about here?
Should be thinking about
Yes,
Osnaburg.
why me?
This is a very good situation. Maybe that triple letter over the iron side. Short in between play like PA.
Hmm.
It's just
Well, there's one tile in the bag, right?
one. Yeah, it's just so hard to create any kind of bingo. In my opinion.
Steve Grobe knows Osnaburg because it's a Grobe bingo. It contains his last name. I assume he knows all 7s and 8s containing Borg or Grobe.
There's also
Axer
a
type
chess
of-
opening named after him.
Oh, well, that's. I thought that ended in a V, or no, it's called it's GOROB.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, I always heard Grav. That's okay. Grob.
It's a somewhat disreputable open.
Yes, I know. One G4. I know. It is basically losing for white if black knows what to do. Arb. Scoring a bit with what she has. Osnaburg has only come up 2 times with an average rating of 1495. Seems artificially low, but of course that's 2 data points. So I presume one person knew the word, the other maybe guessed, or
Oh, no, thank you.
yeah.
Trigger.
We are being offered eclairs here,
Thank you.
and I grabbed one, and I will proceed to shove it down my throat.
I can now spell Snuggie with 3 G's.
I thought that was good.
As I was mentioning earlier, I forgot that we still haven't had dinner. I felt like we had dinner earlier. That giant meal. PF Chang's sponsoring this stream.
It's all over Bobby Chef.
Cheesecake Factory obviously doesn't need our sponsorship. They are doing quite well, having an hour and a half wait on at 3 o'clock on what is today, Monday. Caleb says, I don't know how you guess Osnaburg. Yeah, I was also thinking perhaps that player maybe knows that for some accidental reason, like maybe it's Steve Grobe, but I assume Grobe has a much higher rating. Axer Typo says, unfortunately, Guqin is still Collins. Will Josh G phony 4 to end this nice game? Ta-ta.
Tried to say goodbye.
Osnaburg is a
Not
type
the-
of cloth. Interesting.
Goodbye right there.
Chow chow. What was challenged? I was looking at ta-ta. He's just saying goodbye to the stream. What, unsat is no?
Unsat was challenged off as well
Nice.
in return.
I mean, might as well challenge when your opponent plays out. Oh, nice. Taj.
Nice.
Actually, Caleb Denby, who's in chat, once gave a lecture for the St. Louis Chess Club refuting the Grob opening.
I played a match with a friend of mine where the theme was the Fromm Gambit.
Mm.
Long time ago.
They shake hands. Now they're discussing the game. They're
They're
probably
talking
wondering
about
about
eyelines.
eyeline. They're looking that up right now, I imagine. Back-to-back phonies. One time, Axer Typo phonied something against me, and I hooked it with an S, and he challenged it off, and almost rage quit at that point.
So co-enamor may have been the swing moment. That is a hard one to anagram. It's hard to find in the mess of letters randomly.
Caleb Danby says Fromm's Gambit almost doesn't lose. What do you think? Chris Kulig, also a chess player.
It was two 2,000 rated players going at it, so we both had good chances.
Yeah.
It was fun.
What? Cameroon?
Cameroon, the
Cameroon,
country.
the country, has an anagram.
Is that relevant to my rap?
Okay, take
I
over.
think it was. They're saying it as soon as you get
Take
here.
over, Josh Greenley, please.
Oh, enamel.
I have that?
Co-enamor.
When did I have that?
When you
Wow.
played Doom, you had Near Doom, and a
Near
co-enamor
Doom?
played.
Where
Well,
did that play?
He played Doom, leaving
Oh.
any AR.
Co-enamor?
Down from the sea.
I don't know that one.
So we took it. You two were discussing whether eyeline was good. Eyeline.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's just
Or
I
an I like.
I
Yeah.
like it.
Right.
I was saying he
That's what
probably
we were
should have
wondering.
played I like instead.
I thought it might be the other way around. but-
Annette, did you know eyeline was funny?
It's no good?
Well,
Really?
Oh, it's no
Obviously,
good?
I didn't
Oh,
know
I
that. I
like
thought for
is the
sure
only
that was
set.
good.
It's Collins only. No,
Really?
Wow.
Wow.
Holy
I
shit.
was like, there's
Sticky
no
R.
way that couldn't be good.
Sticky
Oh yeah,
eyeliner.
obviously given the score situation.
Eyeliner.
Yeah,
it
but
was-
eyeliner means something different.
Incredible. Holy
I like
How
it.
is
shit.
that
Yeah.
not good?
Wow. How
So-
about that Juarez play for 19?
Yeah, he pronounced it the same
Did-
way.
did
Yay!
anybody-
I like Morris too.
How do you
Yeah.
how are you supposed to say it?
They say where's.
I say Juarez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were people shouting that out in
I
chat?
say
Did
Juarez
you guys
because
see
I
it?
want to
Oh,
spell it right.
Oh, maybe we're just making fun of me because I said like Juarez instead of
Oh.
whereas. I don't know. But
Did you guys see it, by the way?
No.
That play for 93.
Oh no, I mean
We
none
didn't
of
see
us
that coming.
predicted
yeah, I
it.
played it really fast, so
Yeah, we
didn't have time.
I'm
We
not
were-
sure I'd seen the rack yet.
Yeah, I know. I
We're
just never mind. I was like, what the-
We were probably yapping about something else entirely.
No, we once you played it, we were very impressed.
And Galoots is good.
It is, but
Yes.
I like Latino is better because it puts the L over one.
Okay.
Over the double letter. And it hooks everything.
Well, I didn't know anything else.
Right.
I also didn't
Oh,
know
yeah.
if Oho took an S.
It doesn't.
Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Thank God.
That's why I
Galoots
played
is
it in
good.
that
You
spot.
big Galoot.
Yeah, right. That's what I was
so sure
thinking.
he played
And
Gallia
also
because that's like a
Galoots from the G to go in this way. A good option.
Does I ever
Wait.
have anything down to TOR?
How does it play that
I
way?
didn't see
Galoots
anything.
I
and
kept
go-
looking
I
every
didn't
single
check
turn.
every
I
rack,
couldn't
but-
find it.
AH.
Or
LO.
TOR going down.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
That's
Okay.
that's
Seen it.
harder
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
It's
that's
easier
good.
to end the word in TOR.
Wow.
That emanator on
Yeah.
How is
I like
Caroline
was
no
a
good?
teaching moment for all of us. We,
Yeah.
we didn't know.
Oh, you didn't think it was good either? Oh, you
We
thought
did-
it was good?
We
Well,
didn't know
we
I
looked
like
it
You
up.
do makeup, eyeliner.
Yeah, I know I like her.
Well,
Do
now,
that.
now I like.
Sticky R.
Yeah.
Well, I
Eyeliner.
forgot the score situation, but I was just wondering in a game situation, if they play eyeline, say, and you know it's phony, would you think of hooking an S because obviously
Only
your
if I
opponent,
could score enough.
yeah, because it seems your opponent thinks it's a valid word, so you
Oh,
might
you're
risk.
saying would I risk playing a phony against
If
someone
you- if-
that I don't think will challenge just to challenge to ask them? I've done that before. I do that at club all the time. It's great.
I'm not sure what I was asking, but
Well, there we go. I think I got extremely fortunate there. I seem to only beat
Oh.
Annette when there's any attention on the game at all.
Yeah.
When we just
sorry.
play a game, I do not win.
Axer says Josh Ironside was really good,
Yeah.
and that
That was really nice.
the where's is really good.
Nice. Well, there we go, everybody. I think that is.
Would you guys ever play Doorman there instead?
Doorman.
I didn't like you because
No, I
it
liked-
put
I
the
liked
it
it.
put the A here.
I like the near lead.
Yeah, it was a much better lead.
I like the,
Scored
I like the
though.
no tile lead better. But
Well, I didn't know the word. I
Yeah.
didn't know the word.
Miss for us is Josh G.
I like
Bravo.
Finny instead of funny because he had two eyes.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, that's probably.
Farah, thank you. Very nice.
That's
Yeah,
like an S
keeping
for
UI
Spinny,
instead of
though.
II is
Yeah.
marginally, perhaps.
He had
Mostly.
EII.
Yeah, instead of
That was
yeah.
unsat,
Will
not
Josh
good,
J.
but
Phony
unseen.
4 to end this nice game.
He
hilarious.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Nice.
Possibly.
Well, this has been so cool and so
Yeah, it
fun.
was really fun. I was glad
Oh
we were
my
able to do this.
goodness.
Hope to do it again sometime.
Wow.
This is the longest I've ever lingered at the tournament site.
Really? Well, that means
it's
you're
kind
in
of
good company
educational
and you
too,
enjoyed
because I see
yourself.
how much I miss
Otherwise,
when there's more input around. It's like people putting in great suggestions that I don't see.
Mhm.
It only took networking about 5 computers together and
No, you did an
whatever,
amazing
coming
job
with that.
setting everything up. Thank you.
Well, I got some practice
Yeah,
thanks
you
to Jackson's Toronto Match Play tournament earlier in the week, so that helped. And I just appreciate everybody's patience and flexibility and all that stuff because it took a while.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the audience being here. If you enjoyed, like and subscribe. And hopefully we'll be bringing you more live Scrabble very soon.
Definitely.
All
Maybe
right.
We'll try to do it again in New Orleans.
Yeah,
Awesome.
New Orleans.
Yeah.
This is yours.
Well, there'll be a stream for sure, but we won't be on stream. It'll be a call-in stream,
Oh. Boo.
guaranteed.
Boo.
It'll be all calls.
Boo.
All right.
Boo.
Well, there we
Boo.
go. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks,
We're gonna call it.
everybody.
I got to go in the other room to end the stream, but
Thanks for watching.
thanks.
Bye. Ta-ta. Ta-ta.